Welcome back. Hmm. What chores I need to work on. Good morning, Gertrude.
Good morning.
What do we have here?
Seems like I can't tell if it's licking Granny's toes. I think Granny has attracted a friend. It's come here for a taste. It likes the bones, you see.
I don't know, but I started reading those books on the floor, and somehow I'm just kind of lodged into one position.
Oh, what? I don't feel like that. You look fine. You feel like you... have you looked in your pockets? Look in your pockets, and then look out of your pockets. Put your hands in your pockets and take them out.
What is going on? I can't move anything. Can't turn. Like I can turn.
Yeah. You got a tool to put it in your hand and then put it back in your pocket again. Try moving with the tool in your hand. Oh,
Okay, maybe I need to think about it.
yeah, maybe. Slowly walk backwards downstairs. Going the wrong way, you're over in the corner with Oscar.
That was really weird. It's like it just kind of locked me in place. I couldn't turn it. I did E to get into it. So, see, that's much better. That's not much better. Let's see if that does it again. So I look at it. No. Oh, ain't it a cute little boy? Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes, it's licking Granny's toes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You nibbling on Granny's toes. Yeah, you want a bone, don't you? Yeah, such a good boy. Yeah, you want Granny's toes, don't you? Yeah.
Just licking Granny's toes. Granny doesn't mind as long as she's warm. Granny doesn't.
Oh, yeah, it's a good boy. Yes, it is. Yes, yes.
Oh, as long as he's not licking my toes, I don't mind. Can you turn your head again? You seem like you're acting strangely.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine.
Alright,
Nothing
that's
strange
good.
happens here.
And nothing weird happens in this place. Not at all, not a bit.
Morning, Oscar.
Ooh,
Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this?
uh, the painting? I'm looking at it. I'm not sure if I've seen that place before. Kinda looks like Danny's house. It's just gotten larger. This is where Danny lives. Our friend.
Oh, yeah. Danny's house.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Definitely looks like
Yeah.
Danny's house.
Yeah, it's Danny's house. It's gotten larger over time. We'll show it. We'll show it to Danny if Danny shows up. Danny, look, we got a picture. Painting of your house. Look at this. That's beautiful. Ah, it's raining again. It's raining again.
Okay.
How about the snake? The snake! I was up on the hill up there. Right above my head, way up there, there's a snake. Did you know it can get you from way far away? It can be like way over there where the boat's at, and you can be right here, and it can whisk you and get you.
Uh,
Yeah, you don't have to be very close. It's jumpy.
wonder
Yep,
how it
try.
got up there.
Probably a nest of them up there. It's probably a whole patch. Snake patch. Blah. I'm going over to the spider area. I'm looking for baby spider. I'm going back over. See what I can find. There, you did it, buddy. They're not gonna be a trouble to us anymore. Now that I know that snake can jump, it makes me worried. There's a big one over here, buddy. If you look right here, that way, there's a large one out there.
I don't want to look.
It's looking at you, though. Alright, I'm gonna keep moving. Keep moving. See what this is.
Oh, there you are.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. Yeah, I was still making my way. I'm watching that big one over there. The big one. He's watching us.
It's watching you.
Oh. Trying to sneak through. Maybe we can. There's probably more than one of those big ones. There's always a couple. Ooh, there it is. It's whale. Hello? I name you Undead. See you around there. See the big one, Bob? And then I'll be ready to arrive. I heard a sound.
Behind
Oh,
you.
it's a spider. I like getting the small ones. I just don't want to make the big one feisty. I'm going for more small ones, but
Okay.
I need the carriage. But now we're gonna have to take the carriage. Another small one here somewhere. Oh, not the big one. The giant one is just over that hill. Be careful. Very big. Oh, there's a rabbit. Most fearsome beast in the pit. I'm going for this one. Alright, I think we've done our worst. Unless you see any more you want to get while we're here. You see any more you want to get while we're here?
No, I think we're fine.
Okay. Alright, let's go.
Get the croquet. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Oh, look at this.
Oh, what is this?
Hello.
Why, hello there. Look. What, you've got little fish. Look at that. Oh.
Yes, these are my synchronized fishing fish.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good, you know that?
I'm
Doing pretty
filling up
good.
bowls when it's free and
Oh,
easy.
yeah. Yeah, it's raining. Is this a bowl, too? Is this for fish as well?
That's for swimming.
Swimming, you say?
If you keep the leeches out, you know, it's much
Yeah.
safer.
Probably better that way. Are you drinking rainwater in these goblets?
The goblets are for decoration. I've got tea in my pockets.
Oh, I see. Well, we can't eat or drink anything. We can pretend. If you insist. Some people insist that you pretend. It's easier if we just don't eat or drink. It's not, there's nothing in there anymore.
Right. I accept you for you. You don't have to.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. You know, you don't have to sit
You
out
like some
here.
popcorn, though?
Oh, no. Listen to that. Oh, it's nice and crisp. You would think in the rain it would be all wet and goopy, melt away.
I keep it in my hat.
Oh, that's a good spot.
Can you describe what
It's
that popcorn tastes like? I've lost the ability to taste, and it's been so long.
Yes, of course. I pull my hat a little forward and each little kernel rolls down my face, across my nose and into my mouth. When I open my lips, I stick out my tongue.
You're one of the wisest people I know.
Yes, is it buttery?
It's moderately buttery, but much more salty than I anticipated.
What kind of butter?
Goat.
Ooh, that's exciting.
I found a goat in the garden when I left.
In the garden? Oh, I found a spider, or a bunch of them. You know, there's a spider larger than 3 times the size of this table lives over there in the gully. There's at least 2 over there.
3 times.
Yeah, they're big.
That's quite large.
Yeah, it's too large, really.
Yeah, and wasn't you saying there was a snake just on top of that hill up there, and it's almost 3, maybe 4 times as large as this table?
Yeah, there is a large snake. I don't know if you've ever seen a big snake. They're really, really big.
I think I've seen the snake you mentioned.
Yeah. Did you know that it can jump on you from way away? If I'm over here and the
No.
snake is where the boat is right there, that snake can actually get you all the way from over there. It's got a long neck on it. The neck part of the snake is the longest part, I think.
I think it's one giant muscle.
Yeah, just one neck all the way down, huh? Could be.
Snake muscle is connected to the mouth muscle.
Yeah. Ah, snake mouth. That's the part I want to avoid, is the snake mouth.
I see.
This look nice.
But-
I like it.
Would you notice if you got bit, though?
Yeah. You kind of feel it. I don't feel it. I'm telling you as if you were gonna be bit, not. But yeah, you would feel it. I think. Kinda.
Is this a foretelling?
Possibly. Is that how you want to be buried, via snake?
Not that I had considered.
We hadn't considered it either. We could feed you to a snake and then bury the snake.
But wouldn't you want to feed the snake to something else and then bury whatever ate the snake?
You could. Okay, so
What?
we start
What
with
eats a snake, though?
what could eat that snake? Okay, we feed you to the spider, the great large spider that lives in the pit over there. And then once we
Tough
feed you to the
idea.
spider, we feed the spider to the snake, and then we have to kill the snake, don't we? Right? Okay, then we bury the snake. Maybe that's your choice. You haven't been to the Institute. You haven't learned all these things. You talked about possibly wanting to be undead. Did it move up or down your list by chance?
Actually up, and I'm here for my appointment right on time.
Ooh, look at you, there you are. And here we are, right on time. All right. Well, if you're ready, we can take a tour, a little tour.
Oh, okay.
You think the fish are ready, though, for this tour? Yeah.
What would you stuff a fish with?
Seaweed, I would think. I don't know.
Oh, well, that does make sense.
It makes too much sense, though. Maybe something exotic. I don't know what a fish would like. We let you choose here. We don't choose for you what you need to be stuffed with. We leave it up to you to decide. We just offer options.
My powers have been growing recently. What do you think the chances are I go out of control and destroy this table?
Let me see. I would say 60%. It depends on the day, I would say.
Those are really good odds.
Yeah, pretty good. Watch it split right down the middle. Watch this, Barty. It's gonna split right down the middle.
Whew,
You thinking?
two important parts. Got him.
You said you had the... You said you... Yeah, split right down the middle. Now you have two tables, though. It's nice.
It's nice.
It's the nice thing.
But
Those were my last cups.
Well,
well,
were they clean?
They were incredibly clean cups. It's raining.
No, not clean cups. Oh.
Clean cups.
Well, you seen any? You said your powers were growing. You seen anything
Yeah.
unusual recently? Any activities out there?
I was banished to the Shadow Realm earlier.
Wow, what kind of magic have you been up to? You've been training, haven't you? Maybe
I have.
Maybe that's part of the training.
yeah, look
They-
at them muscles.
Yeah. Send you to the Shadow Realm, see if you can get back on your own.
They told me to sneak up on some panther cubs, so I did. And then
Oh.
later, I literally stepped into a shadow, and whoosh, there I was gone.
Wow. Sounds like part of your training to me.
I
Yes.
can't control it though, so if I disappear, I apologize.
What? Well, you're here right now. We better take the tour before you disappear.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, right this way.
Watch out for
I'm-
Rhino there.
I don't see Rhino?
I'm exactly as ready as I always am.
See it's up on the hill. It's just the rear end of the Rhino currently.
Pretty. Hey, a spider eats me, and then a snake. I'm a first spy snake.
Yeah? Yeah?
But a snaker sounds better.
Sort of.
Snaker.
Said you were looking for small animals. Did you have need of any others? I have some in my nightstand. I have 3 baby crocodiles. I have 2 baby pigs, and I have a baby cat in there in the nightstand.
Wolves, actually.
Wolves? No, I don't have any wolves. Not yet.
I don't even know where to find them.
Oh, look, there's baby rabbits here in the box. Yeah, there's all kind of things around here. Got it.
That was quite synchronized. I'm impressed.
We learned it from some sort of fish that a man had in bowls. You can have a seat here by the fire if you like. That's Granny! You said you wanted to meet Granny. Well, here she is.
Oh, hello!
Yeah, she's warming her bones by the fire. You're welcome to have a
I
seat there
feel like
beside her.
dog.
Have a dog. I think I think that dog likes bones and it's been lured in.
Oh. I thought Granny was a dog.
No, this is Granny here beside you on the couch. She's all curled up. If she wants you to massage her feet, you tell her that's Barty's job. That's not for you.
Right.
Yeah, you see how they're arched there? That's how she likes them massaged.
Yeah. We folded your feet. Barty folded your feet the way he does hers. Look what it's done to her feet. Someday your feet will be shaped like that as well. It'd be good for you.
I thought I would walk in Nellie's shoes for a while after that.
Oh, fancy. I was promised some shoes with little spikes on the back end. Some sort of heel, they called them. And I thought, ooh, they could help me climb mountains with a heel on the back. I said I could climb up the walls backwards and use those spikes to dig into the side of the mountain. I won't be falling off as much.
Did you get them, though?
No, not yet. I was promised a pair by Danny. Do you know Danny?
Of course. I wrote him a love poem yesterday.
Oh, that's kind of you. Yes. I was promised a pair of heels. High heels, I think they were called. I would only use them for mountain climbing, though. I don't like shoes. They don't suit me.
I'm myself.
You what?
What?
You like them, you said? For climbing? Or
It's
just...
me.
Oh, it's time. I have this one. I didn't even have a seat. Maybe I should leave someone for that seat. I'll sit in this one.
I'm okay. I'll sit beside Granny. This is haunted. I don't know what. Oh yeah, she just loves her feet massage, and we need to get that red lacquer for her toenails.
Yeah, she's the one been looking for red nail lacquer, and we've had a hard time finding it. I think we will eventually. She's the one. Barty painted her toenails to look like toenails, but then she wanted them painted red lacquer. She's got ideas about what.
What?
What? Who?
She's got ideas. I approve.
Yeah, she's got ideas. You see that bottle right there? Did we tell you that she spit that into the fire and it made a fireball? I don't know what's in that bottle, but I don't recommend having a sip of it.
I guess it's gin.
It could be dangerous. It's a fireball 3 or 4 times the size of the entire fireplace flew out from there, blasted outwards after she spit in there just a tiny amount of that liquid.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was horrendous. Look at all the paper we have in this room. I told her, I said, you don't be drinking that stuff in here. You take that stuff somewhere else. She's got the cork in it, so I think she's like...
Speaking of this room, I noticed you both walked under the wax.
No. Oh, it's all right. Barty's made of wax on the inside.
Yeah, there's bees in there. It's made of honey hive.
I did notice you avoided the wax. You came all the way around the far side. You listen. You're one of the few people in the lands that listen when people talk to you. That's nice.
You told me to.
Yeah, I told you. But you listened, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna see if Jameson's awake. I don't know where Jameson... Jameson!
Good luck.
Are you around?
Honk.
Oh, do you need a tissue?
For what?
It sounds like it sounds like you're got a cough or a sneeze.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that noise was the rattling of a rhinoceros horn against a rock or something.
Oh, okay. I hadn't heard that sound before.
Honk! I'm surprised.
Yeah, okay.
I think your dog has a little flatulence.
Yes, it's very into Granny's toes. I think it wants a bone or two.
Honk. Lightning sure sounds strange around here.
Oh yeah. Can I get you any of Granny's drink? Would you like a glass of that, or you looking? You
No.
need something to eat or drink?
Um, I have some tea.
Oh, okay, okay, good. Oscar, do you have a tissue? Okay.
I didn't find Jameson. Oh yeah, he could be in the stables. I hear the horses. Just a moment.
Sweet seeds! It's time! Move down!
Barry, I left you a sack here, in case you need to wipe your nose.
Oh! Thank you!
Uh, it's a little on the itchy side, tissue, but it should be okay.
Honk!
What'd you do with Barry?
I think he's up on the mantle.
We switched seats!
Oh yeah, there you are. It's nice and warm up there. That's a good spot for you. Especially if you have the sinus condition. That's probably a good thing to dry out the sinuses up there.
But I gave him some fiber to wipe his nose with. He seems to still have that cold. He just came out of the rain.
Honk!
Get it out.
It's
Get it out
fine.
while you can.
Don't worry!
When you're done with that, you can throw it in the fireplace and just burn it.
Oh, perfect! How hygienic! So, which is your favorite book?
Well, I don't have a
Didn't you
favorite.
say you
Well,
have plenty of time to read?
yeah, I like parts of books. I don't really like any whole book. I like the tidbits in them that you might find a nice chapter, or you might just like one word in the whole book, but it's nice. It really sings to you, and then you think, "Oh yeah, that's a beautiful book with that word in there." But no, I don't have a whole book that I like. I don't want to tell. It makes the other ones feel sad if they hear that one is preferred.
Right.
Yeah. Gertrude and Jameson tells me I shouldn't be reading the teacher and the student book.
No.
Haven't you spent a ton of time reading, though? Surely you've got a favorite.
Oh, one of my favorite words is abscond. I like the way it comes out of my mouth.
Didn't you tell me 2 days ago that Barty, I think, reads all the time?
Barty reads all the time. Barty reads unusual books. He read one about a teacher.
And a student.
Yeah. There was more layers to it than that. It had something to do with a ruler.
Yeah, the teacher smacks the student on the hands with a ruler.
Yeah. And that's unfortunate.
I'm not a fan of corporal punishment in my time, but I'm retired.
retired. What
Oh.
did you ever have to? Did you ever have to admonish a student in some way, verbally or otherwise?
Of course.
Yeah. Tough job. It's a tough job doing the teaching. We try to do it here. Nobody wants to learn anything. People don't want to learn, they just want to do.
Right. I had an interesting punishment method that seemed to work.
Ooh, what was that? Uh-oh.
Oh, let's say you were the bad student. I would bring you to the wall, and I would say, touch the wall with your hands.
Okay. I'm watching. Yeah, I like that.
And then I would outline your hands on the wall. The students loved it because we weren't allowed to draw on the walls, you see. But this instance, I would let them. So we would outline their hands. And then they had to keep their hands on the wall for 10 minutes.
What?
And
Well.
what if they moved the hands from that spot? What happened?
Then they weren't allowed to finish the hand turkeys on the wall.
Hand turkeys.
Ah.
Hmm?
You left out the part about turkeys? Wall turkeys.
If they were good for 10 minutes and quiet, they could finish the turkey however they wanted.
You know, wall turkeys is an unusual punishment, but it's probably effective.
I tried to turn punishment into reward for good behavior.
Yeah, that's what you do. If you reward a student, they remember it more better than if you punish them, right? Punishment's easily forgotten. Reward, no, that's the way. That's what people
True.
remember. Yeah. Sounds like you were a good educator. What subject did you teach? Was it just general curriculum, or was there a specialty?
Well, they were very young students, so it was just a generality. I would try to come up with activities every day.
Oh, that's a good idea. Keep them busy. Keep the mind busy.
If it was my students, I would probably play hide and go seek. They would go hide, and I would never go seek them.
Well, it's an option. I don't know.
That's true. An option, exactly.
An option. Well, it's filled with options, especially recently.
Every option is a possibility until you choose.
Yeah. Once you've chosen, it's not an option anymore. So, yeah.
Like your stuffing.
The stuffings. Yeah. Did you want to take the tour? You here for the tour? Just here for visits?
I am.
Alright.
Could
Alright.
I be stuffed with books?
We'll see. When we get to the stuffing room, there's a weird corner. We'll talk about things.
Oh, okay. Weird corner. Got it. I'll keep a lookout.
Yeah. Alright, the tour starts here in this room.
Wow.
Welcome to the
cool.
afterlife. What?
Oh,
Welcome to the Afterlife Research Institute. Drag yourself inside. I can see you already have. If you're
Drag yourself to the
code-tied.
dead center of the room.
Yeah, the dead. If you're code tied or you need any repairs from your travels, feel free to have a rest. Stitch back on a toe or two. Don't mind Granny over there. She's just warming her older bones by the fire. If she asks you to get her anything, she can do it herself. She's just a lazy bones. Our goal here at the Institute is to research different methods and ideas and pass them on to you. The undecided or curious, so you can use those ideas to give your loved ones or yourself a better afterlife. We're not a funeral home, we're not a cemetery. Only a location where you come to hear about the dead, their thoughts, and where to go from here. Join us as we pull back the shroud on the mystery of the next steps you may take to be ready for an afterlife more tailored to your choice. we began our studies to better understand our present condition. I know you may not be able to tell by looking at us, as we appear to be the picture of health, but we are actually undead, as referred to in these parts. We don't have all the answers, but we will tell you some of the things we've learned so far.
Okay, I'd like a thing you've learned, please.
Right. Did you have any questions regarding this room or our research at all? You asked about favorite books. I didn't know if you had any other questions.
Your research, let's see.
Yeah, research. We've done a lot of extensive research on subjects of such things as stuffing and things. In the entrance hall
Which
here,
bone?
you... What?
Which bone is the most difficult in the undead?
Which bone?
Right.
If you have to replace the bone, or if you... Which one?
I
Which of
don't
both?
know. I think my question through. I just came up with one. It's the
Oh,
only
so-
way to look like you're paying attention.
Yeah, well, you wanna seem like you are. In our entrance hall here, you will find towering shelves of different tomes that we have. We've combined them with our own first-hand knowledge to help bring together the resources to bridge this world, the next, and possibly back here again. On these shelves, we have some of the more famous volumes that you may have heard of, such as The Dirt Mound or There and Back Again. We have the Handbook for the Recently Diseased, and we have Rotted and Forgotten the Early Years. As well as we have some more of the more elusive tales you may not have heard of, such as Read the Fine Print, A Guide to Drinking Medications, and Reaping Tom, A Failed Task.
And Tales from the Grave.
Tales from the Grave.
I do have a question that I definitely was paying attention for.
Alright, yeah.
Do any of these books have a... Maybe I shouldn't ask. A way to extend my life with some sort of concoction?
Concoction. Oh god. Well, you have to be careful of concoctions. That's part of the book that we read that was called Read the Fine Print, A Guide to Drinking Medications. I would assume a concoction would fall under the guise of medication. Just be sure to read all the warnings. Did you know that the medication we drank had multiple warnings? I didn't know that till Barty told us when we were on your tour the other day. One of the symptoms we
did?
could have had was runny nose.
No, it was runny ears. It was scratchy
Oh,
nose.
runny
Ears.
nose. Itchy
Right.
nose,
Oh,
itchy nose, runny ears, or death. Or a combination.
right.
Yeah, we got lucky, I guess. We all ended up with the worst of the options. I don't know how.
Yeah, and there was multiple revisions of that publication that came through the mail the other day. So they keep updating the medication side effects.
Yeah, we could have just had an itchy nose. That would have been nice. But yeah, I would say be cautious of concoctions of any sort. Make sure you read the fine print and ask all the questions that you might have regarding the concoction.
All
Find
right.
out
Pick
any
up one
side
moment.
effects. What?
There we are. Just had to take care of something real quick.
What? Sure. Okay. If you want to follow us, we'll go to the first of our chambers.
Please step lively into the next chamber.
First one. I'm not blind. I can see.
Our tour begins with the most intimate question to ask yourself upon your death. What do I want to be stuffed with? This is a display room of numerous ideas for stuffing yourself or a certain someone when the time arrives. We find stuffing to be a very personal choice. as it directly relates to the wearer. Of most importance when it comes to stuffing is cleanliness and a thorough removal of seeds, nuts, spores, tubers, or anything that might take root in your innards. Secondly, a good thorough sorting allows you to make sure items are of good quality and not harboring any pests or eggs, unless, of course, you prefer to be a walking hatchery. To each their own. Starting out the stuffing tours, the softer side of stuffing here, including hay, straw, moss, and fern leaves. These items all help replicate a certain internal softness akin to the squish of the original unwithered innards. Also, softer stuffing offers a lighter weight for those that don't want to be weighed down.
Am I withered?
What? Are you what?
Am I unwithered?
Yeah, you're unwithered. Well, I would assume. Have you eaten or drank anything or taken any kind of concoctions recently?
Yes.
See, you could have been dosed with something. It could have happened already.
I see. I feel fine.
Oh, yeah, you feel fine. Well, you're probably unwithered then. When you're withered, you can't really eat or drink anything at all. You put it in there, it'll just leak right back out. So that's how you know, I think. Yeah.
Let me try the tea.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of the teas, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah, you should be fine then.
You see any leakage?
No, not yet. No.
Step over on the tile there and see.
You can stand right here. Take a little walk through this area.
Look at the footprints.
They're kind of damp, aren't they? Your feet.
They're a little damp.
Yeah, your feet are a little bit damp.
Rain.
Yeah, it's probably the rain. If I walk around, I leave the little footprints with the toes. You can see my toes in the footprints there. Because I'm not wearing the
Oh,
shoes.
I see.
Yeah. Alright, that brings us to our next station here. Next up in the room we have the Herbarium. If you or a loved one have a preference for the spicy or piquant things in life, well, look no further than the dried herbs. Similar in substance to softer stuffings of the world, but without something extra. Also not to be overlooked is pest prevention. Certain oils may provide to one's internal cavities. Not to be overlooked is the flavor of the herbs themselves. Feel free to take a taste or rub between your fingers and smell the oils, as scent is a vital component of herbs as well.
I see.
Yeah, you do.
I think that went into my brain.
That's probably okay. I don't think that would be a problem at all.
But since he likes tea, he might be more of a herbal type person.
Have you ever thought of what you would like to be stuffed with? We'll walk you through all the options. You may have a favorite.
I'd actually like to save it until the end. You might cover it, and I don't want to look stupid.
No, sure. Well, you never know when we're going to give you an option you haven't thought of as well.
What about geese feathers?
Yeah, that's one of the options.
Oh.
Yeah, feathers is one of our. We have a few feathers over there in the softer stuffings area. That's these chicken eggs here. Where there could be goose eggs, I think those are large feathers underneath them there. It kind of looks like palm fronds, but it's too soft. They're too soft for palm fronds. I think it's old feathers. It's an option. Speaking of scents, that leads us to our next station in stuffings, florals. When it comes to scent, florals lead the way in the stuffing department. Do you or a loved one have a certain scent that brings you happiness? Well, florals may be for you, offering the ability to mix and combine nature's harvest to customize the impression the body leaves behind. What do you want to be said when you lumber or stagger out of a room?
These rhetorical questions are confusing.
Well, when you leave a room, do you want to leave a special scent behind, or do you not mind at all? It's a completely personal choice. We'll keep moving. You never know if we'll find something you like eventually.
What about...
Yes?
Have you ever burnt toast?
Burnt toast? Well,
Right.
yes. Are you,
You know how-
smelling burnt toast right now?
No, I'm not. Don't worry.
All right.
I was just thinking. Most of the time when you burn toast, you think, oh, that's not very good. But then you want to keep smelling it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a heavy scent. So you could always go with a heavy scent, you know. It's just, I don't know if burnt
What
toast
about-
is the right impression.
Mixing it with cinnamon. Cinnamon burnt toast.
Speaking of cinnamon, here we are. Spice. A component as well as a byproduct of florals, herbs, and other natural products are spices. Perhaps you or a loved one was a chef or gourmand in your life, and you were led by your palate throughout your life. Spice is not to be packed in solidly due to weight issues, but it is normally used as a top note to the other choices made along the way. The perfect blend of herbs, florals, and a top note of spice can bring a complex aroma to one. As a warning, some spices can be quite pungent and stubborn to remove from the innards, so they can always be tied into a sachet and added to one's innards for easy removal and replacement. We have even seen in our research it isn't unusual to celebrate a special season or a traditional day by adding a certain scent just for a temporary time.
Like your unbirthday. Perfect.
Yeah. What smell do you want for your unbirthday?
Well, it happens every day, so... Something every day.
An everyday item of scent?
So maybe cream or sugar, since he likes tea. Little cream, little sugar.
Cream. Smelling of cream.
Have you ever smelled a hyena's cough?
No, I haven't yet. I don't think I've even
Kinda
seen a
60
hyena.
feet. Oh,
What
they
is that?
live sort of in the flatlands.
Oh, flatlands. I've not been to a flatland yet.
I see.
But there's always time. A hyena's breath. I'll have to try it when we're there. Is it
Fabulous.
something they enjoy having you try?
I think so. You just make them laugh so hard they cough. Then you'll get it. It comes from the belly.
I see. Belly laughing. All right. Next up, we have this section. Twigs, boards, and vines. Rounding out the room, we're brought to the sturdier section for the replacement of the occasional bone or for support or internal structure. Just as personal as some of our other choices is the choice for sturdier supplies. There are differing weights and strengths of wood, depending on what you'll be doing with it and what's left of you. But wood offers a nice weight and the ability to customize the shape in order to suit the use, be it head, shoulders, knees, or toes. Knees or toes.
Neither toes.
Knees or toes. You can replace any and all. You can use these boards like this to whittle out a nice new kneecap should you blast one off. And then over here, you can use some of these twigs and things to replace a toe. If you were to lose a toe bone, you just put a nice twig in its place. You can whittle those, and then you can paint the toenail to look like a toenail. No one will know the difference.
I did ask earlier about which bone was most difficult. It sounds like it's the legs or toes or something.
Heads, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
Knees and toes, knees and toes.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Got it.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to remember, but once you get it, you get it. All right, that brings us to our weird corner.
Yes, that
Was your-
monstrosity right there. He's looking at it.
No, that's just a sheep. That's something you can be stuffed with. Is the wool. If you have a desire to be a woolly person on the inside, you can stuff yourself with wool. There's also we put the rotting fish here. It's another option for your insides. You could stuff yourself with rotted fish, especially if you want to drive away certain types of creatures. Are you being harassed by some sort of animal, thinks you're inedible? You can stuff yourself with rotting fish to chase away creatures. You can also chase away pretty much anyone you know with the rotted fish, if you stuff enough of them in there.
I see. I have a question, Sensei.
Sure, that's fine.
Why is sheep not in the soft corner?
Well, because it's unusual. It's not your everyday stuffing. This sheep is a weird one anyhow. To get this sheep to show up in, so that we could put it in the corner here, I had to place a trap. I had to place a lure. Did you know what I had to put in that lure? The books, they told us what to put in there to catch a sheep.
Oh, what do you use to catch your sheep? A coyote.
No, you have to use meat and bones.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think sheep eat that.
Well, that's what brings them in. They come flying in. As soon as you put out the meat and bones, here comes one. It just shows up. So we put it in the weird corner. It doesn't seem to be normal to us. So we thought, well, that's weird. So weird corner it is. That's why it's not in the soft spot.
Got it.
Yeah, it's weird.
But also, the wool that comes off of a sheep will make you itchy on the inside.
Yeah, it will. It depends. If you have any sort of wool allergy, you probably don't want to stuff yourself with it in death. It could cause issue. You have to be wary of the things you're allergic to in life. They may still cause irritation on the inside, even in death. You wouldn't think so.
What about food allergies?
Food allergies, not going to be consuming any food whatsoever. Your insides are going to rot and run out like liquid. All that's going to be left is a husky hole on the inside. When you put things in there, they're just going to rattle around like they're in an empty sack.
Follow-up question.
Sure.
When we were standing here, you mentioned that you could put a sachet next to your innards.
Yeah,
And then
can.
you just said your innards all liquefy and come out. I'm confused on the process.
No, they don't all come out. Some of them dry out on the inside. They just turn into withered innards. Yeah, they wither on the inside. The stuff that oozes out is part of your insides. You may have lungs, a heart. I don't know what all's on the inside of you. There could be those things, though. Those will liquefy and just run right out. The innards, they sort of wither away, but they're still in there. You can put them. Your insides are still going to be your insides. They may not be made out of meat and flesh tubes anymore, but they're still your innards. You can still call them by that, even if it's a nest material, it's still it belongs to you. Now that's your innards, the nest. See how that works? It's
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't require meat tubes at all.
I'm just gonna make a small leap here and say, my body, my choice.
Sure. That's why we're here. We're here to explain all of the options. We're not making a choice for you. You're the one going to make the choice of what you want to be stuffed with. We're just here to show you these are things you may not have thought of.
Got
There's
it.
a lot of people not thinking of what they can put on the insides when they're dead. You want to know this before you're gone, though, so your loved ones know what to cram in there when the time comes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Undeath
yeah.
is number 3 or possibly 2.
Number 3? I thought you said it had moved up the list.
Well, the list has shifted quite often.
Oh, I see. Well, it's not such a bad existence. I mean, here we are. At least there's experts on the field here.
True.
Experts in the
Thank you.
field of undeath. What else did you want, you know? Alright, so other than that, body here is filled with an assortment of different bees. So we have a little beehive here to represent that. You don't want to stuff the living with bees. It's not as effective as you think it is. But once you're dead and you have the hollow on the inside, it makes a perfect cavity for the bees to take up residence and nest.
So here's an example. The
Oh, yeah,
scars
there it
on on my back here have been sealed over by the honey.
Yeah, you had a
That's
hole
amazing.
in the back. Yeah, there was a hole there, and I poked the bees in. I said, let's see what they do in there. Poke the bees through the little hole back there between the ribs. And the next thing you know, they set up a nice little nest. And then you can go around to people, and you have a little trick now. You can walk over to their ear and say, you want to hear something? And then you just open your mouth, and it's...
I think that's what some people hear already from me.
What? You're kidding. I think you have the bees in you already.
No, I just think people might have trouble hearing, but don't want to admit.
Oh, that can happen. It's always an option. So, was your Aunt Sally a prickly person? Did your grandfather prefer the drink? Well, there's always the chance to customize their afterlife experience with the stuffings. Here we have cactus for the prickly person, hops for the beverage fan, pepper for the caustic creature, as well as that little jar by the pepper has the butterfly wings. You may want to be stuffed with things like butterfly wings to give you a lift to your everyday, ordinary life. And then, of course, you asked how prescient of you to ask about can you be stuffed with books? Well, you could be. I don't think I would stuff the covers and the hard spines in, no. If you notice here on the very end of the shelf, we have a roll of scrolls. You could be stuffed with the paper product from the books, and maybe some of your favorite volumes that you taught by, something like that. You could tear the pages and be stuffed with those when the time comes.
I see.
Yeah. There's also, hanging high above it all up there's a dead fish. It's much like the small fish down here in the pot, only it's one large dead fish. It's easier to remove if you put the whole entire dead fish in. Just kind of fold it in half and slide it in.
That's quite efficient.
Yeah, it is. It's efficient removal and to trade things out. Someone may say, I don't like the way you smell. It happens. And if they do, you say, well, I have a dead fish in there. I can always trade it out for something. Would you like another scent or something? I would only be worried about it if it was a loved one of some sort. I wouldn't worry if
I
the
see.
average person passing you on the street said, you smell. I would say, so do you. You wouldn't believe. Same to you.
Got it.
Yeah.
Over here's some notes if you need to grab a notepad and write your likings on it.
Yeah, we've finished with our first of our rooms. If you have any ideas of what you might like, you're always welcome to jot down some notes as we go, in case there's anything you might like, so that you don't forget anything later. But you being an educator of a sort, then you probably remember everything anyhow. It's how it is.
Is that the end of the options on stuffing?
That's the stuffing. We've made our way now to other things. We can stop here or we can continue the tour. It's up to you.
I have a question about a possible stuffing opportunity.
Sure. What you got in mind?
Would it be possible to stuff me with sort of a... Imagine me as a tiny stove with a metal, you know, something metal,
Yeah.
like a cage, not a cage, a barrel or something made of metal. Then I could put a tiny light inside, like a candle.
You're gonna do a lining of some sort on the inside. You're gonna line the body
like-
with,
Metal.
yeah, with like a metal. That could be okay. I'd use a very thin metal so it's not so heavy. If you use a very thick metal, it could get too heavy on you. Be hard on your knees. You have to replace them more often.
Would I be able to keep a candle inside that I could place a small teapot on, or possibly an incense burner?
Yeah, I would think so. Once you're dried out on the inside, you could probably put a candle in there anyhow. I wouldn't stuff yourself with anything flammable if you're going to put the candle in.
No, of course, no.
Yeah. You could make sure that when the cavity is opened, they don't open it too low. You only want to open the upper part of the cavity, and then you pour in the wax, and then you can put your wick in there, and you just light the wick. The candle is you.
I see the candle. I see.
Yeah. And then you need a little rack in there up high. Slide your teapot in and out on top of.
Right.
That could work just fine. I don't see a problem with it. It's worth a try.
I
if
might
you
even-
have any... What's that?
I might be warm.
Oh yeah. Help keep you warm in the cold. It'll help keep you hot. We don't really feel the temperatures anymore. Not like you do when you're human. It's not the same anymore. The body goes very, very cold, and then the temperature is just different.
I see.
Yeah. Alright. When it comes to what to do with you after you're stuffed, there are options. We don't recommend this option here in the corner. This is a faulty
No?
option. Yeah, it's here for display so that you know what to avoid. You don't want to be buried in one of these. It's... Jameson's better at explaining it than I am, but he said it's just sawdust that's been compressed together. It's a compressed sawdust, and it has a tendency to collapse. But if you're down under the ground and the ground collapses down on top of you, it's going to impact the amount of stuffing and rearranging that you need to do later. So it doesn't come...
fit either.
It doesn't come highly recommended. So we want you to be aware when the time comes not to be slipped into anything that might collapse easily. We have some other options here. These are a little sturdier than the first option, but they're still not quite the option that you would want to.
We got a visitor. Just a second.
Hello?
There's thunder. The thunder is so loud.
Hello?
Oh, someone is here. Hello?
I hear somebody. Come back.
Yeah, we're on our way.
Where did Benny run off to?
I don't know.
You
He's your grandson. I don't keep track of him.
You fell down the cliff.
Good
I did.
evening.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi, welcome.
what?
Oh, it's raining. It's always raining in this area. Welcome to the Afterlife Research Institute.
Oh, look, it's your maybe dad.
Oh,
Who's the dad? What have you been? What have you been up
That's
to,
actually
Bob?
kind of coincidental. We were looking for you and just about to give up and go back home.
let's see what's down this staircase.
No, Dad! Dad! Crap.
Oh, the door opened this side.
All these doors are locked.
They seem to be opening on their own.
Yeah, it's a different place here.
What's
Oh,
going on
look at
here?
that.
It's
Come on
raining
in.
inside.
Get out of the rain. Sir, you can come in, get out of the rain.
He
Husband.
pees a lot. So
Husband.
he might actually be peeing on your front
Yeah,
porch, and I do
sorry. No, that
apologize.
was, I had a white hyena being weird around me.
It's fine. Welcome, welcome. We're in the process of giving a tour. You're welcome to take the tour yourselves if you like.
Yeah,
You
I
can-
guess that would be
Yeah.
cool.
Sure.
You can start over if you want. I don't
Oh my
mind.
god, you got a puppy.
All right, we can start over. Name's Gertrude Pleasance. It's nice to meet you all. Welcome here. Be careful in
My
the
name
center
is
of the
Barry.
room.
Yeah, I know we've met before. You're his daddy.
Maybe I didn't do the test.
Oh, is there a daddy test?
I don't know. I guess we need to find someone who can do a daddy test.
Yes.
Daddy test.
I thought there was a series of obstacles I had to go through or something. I don't know.
Just
I thought it
a
just takes
verbal
a-
written exam.
Like some. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Couple of holes in the ceiling.
Yeah,
It's
the way
actually
the
raining
place is,
inside.
the place is under a little bit of a decay. It's all right though.
I just don't want your
so
place
we-
smelling of wet dog.
Just
I apologize.
just don't stand in the center of the room because hot wax will go down your back.
Yeah, there's a hot
Oh,
wax that drips down
Oh
the
yeah,
back
I
of
see
your
that.
shirt. Unless you like it. If you like hot wax down the back of your shirt, feel free.
There's some people are into that. I'm sure Benzi'd be down.
Pick what you like.
I'm down. Just, not with company.
I
If you
told you
feel
not
cold
look at
from-
that suitcase, Granny.
Well, yeah, and I told my grandson not to touch the dangerous orbs at the Mage Guild, and he did that anyway.
I did that as well.
Yeah, my uterus fell out.
I don't think that happened to me though.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, after my granny.
You stand back up, and you're kind of like lurched over, holding your stomach.
Oh no. An orb.
you
No.
Did you ask your
I would-
OGGYN about it?
I was saved by a young fox woman.
Oh.
Nobody picked me up, even though I was laying on the ground moaning.
I didn't want to pick you up because you're that old. You might have broke.
Oh, do you know our granny over here?
Yeah, that's Granny. She's on the couch. If you're cold from your trip, you can have a seat there by the couch.
Oh,
and
we're like
warm
twins.
yourself by the fire. Yeah, that's Granny. She's very tired.
And she likes the drink there. So she had a drink
Don't
the other
touch that
day.
drink. Don't touch that drink. She spit a mouthful of that
Stop moving. It's
into
hard
the
to be under
fire,
your umbrella.
and the
Keep moving.
fireball shot out of the fireplace. We're not sure what's in that bottle, but whatever it is pretty stout stuff.
I don't want to drink that. I changed my... Nope, I don't want to drink that. Nope. That means far away from...
Oh, sure, you heed their warning, but I tell you don't touch the shiny orb, and you're like, ooh, woo, what's this?
It's not the same. Anyway, sorry. You can continue with the tour.
No,
I
it's
apologize
fine.
for my granny.
Alright.
She's old.
Welcome to the Afterlife Research Institute. Drag yourselves inside if you're cold, tired, or need any repairs from your travel here. Feel free to take a rest, sit down a moment, stitch back on a toe or two. Don't mind Granny over there, just want her old bones by
Hello.
the fire.
Possibly.
If she asks you to get her anything, she can do it herself. She's just a lazy bones. Our goal here at the Institute is to research different methods and ideas and pass them on to you. So, you, the undecided or curious, can use the ideas to give your loved ones or yourself a better afterlife. We are not a funeral home, and we are not a cemetery. We're only a location to come to hear about the dead, their thoughts, and where to go from here. Join us now as we pull back the shroud on the mystery of the next steps you may need to take before you're ready for your afterlife, and to have an afterlife more tailored to your choices. We begin our studies to better understand our present condition. I know you may not be able to tell by looking at it, as we appear to be the picture of ideal health, but we are actually undead, as referred to in these parts. We don't have all of the answers, however, but we will tell you what we know so far. In our entrance hall... Was that?
I took a step into the shroud earlier today myself.
You're dead. You've gone through the stuffing. You're still thinking about your stuffing, aren't you?
Yes, but I meant
What?
the shroud of this world. Ooh.
You went into a dark place. I think that's part of the training.
Oh, whoa, what's that?
I think I took a journey to the Shadow Realm earlier.
Oh, no.
Are you okay, Benny? What were you just doing?
Nothing?
It's all right, Benny. You don't have anything to be concerned about here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we're friends now. Friends
Yeah.
don't hurt friends.
Now we're all friends. We don't hurt anyone. We help everyone. We're here to help you. Help you figure out
Okay.
what you want to be stuffed with. We're not going to do any stuffing. We're not going to put it in you. We're just here to let you know what you might like to be stuffed
Yeah, that's
with.
my job.
Yeah.
What?
What about the fish, though?
What about the fish? Oh, we'll get to the fish.
Didn't you kill the fish?
Don't reveal
Wait, you killed the
anything.
fish?
No, they wash up. There's an...
Oh, okay, it's safe. Humane,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, it's just we find them. I didn't tell you we killed them. They're rotting fish. They're not fresh.
Ugh.
I made the
Made what?
leap.
Oh yeah. In our
Yeah.
entrance hall here, you'll find towering shelves of different tomes that we've combed through and we've combined those with our first-hand knowledge to help bring together the resources to bridge this world, the next, and possibly back again. On those shelves there, we have some of the more famous volumes that you may have heard of, such as The Dirt Mound or There and Back Again, The Handbook for the Recently Diseased, and Rotted and Forgotten, the early years.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Tales from the Grave and a tale of a teacher and a student.
What was that?
I apparently groan while I ponder things. It's a side effect.
With age. She's old, it's
A
unfortunate.
crone, I see. I thought we were haunted.
It sort of sounds like we are.
Stop this.
I think it's fine.
Are you okay?
As long as it's coming from your mouth, I think you're fine.
Yeah, we're good now.
Granny, do you
Alright.
maybe you could live here, you know? It'd be good for you.
According to you, I've already got one foot in the grave anyway, and you already bought
I mean,
me
that's why I got a
coffin.
coffin. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So do I.
Well,
Listen, I'm retired. I don't have to worry about this anymore.
I'm retired as well.
I'm retired as well.
we're not
No,
retired.
you're pronouncing it wrong, Benny.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm a
Oh,
politician.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
Ooh.
I was going to run for mayor.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah,
option.
mayor's passe.
But do you really want to be mayor when Deathclaw is ruling the land?
Oh. Could make
I
a
still
better
haven't met them yet. They might be
It's a
good people.
song.
I think
Yeah,
they're
that's
just
right.
giant birds
might
that pick
be.
you
I
up and throw
invited-
you.
That's true.
We're not worried about them. We haven't met them. We hear that there's some sort of... The color of our skin is what people keep telling us. They're your color. Well, then we want to meet them. We don't know. They could be undead as well. We haven't met a lot of undead. So
Do you
it'd be
ask them
nice
what do
to-
they mean, your color?
Yeah. Yeah, what do you mean? What exactly
That's
are
pretty
you trying
rude.
to say?
But you know, you just gotta find some commonality and then you could be friends. It's good.
Yeah, I think so.
This is how
We just-
progress
we
works.
just gotta talk it out. It's fine. I'm sure if we see them, they'll want to have a discussion.
And then you poison them.
Ugh. But if you're
Have
ready
you
to
been
begin-
reading my diary? That's
Whoa.
wild.
I don't know. It sounds like. Well, I mean, you are his father, so it's like you're.
Possibly.
You're the father.
We don't know.
I'm looking.
It's a possibility.
The similarities. Is there a way to know for sure? Is there anything
I didn't
that you
even know
could-
my dad, so not really.
He's got a big toe.
That's all my mom told me before she died. And then I accidentally lost her ashes, so I can even ask her again.
Oh, no. You only have one big toe?
You think we could do like a
No, I've
seance to
got
try to
two.
speak to her?
There's possibility. She could be back already. It happens. We didn't
Oh, I
intend
hope
to
not.
be like this. We took a medication. If you've eaten or drank anything, or if you've taken any medication, or what was that you called it earlier, Barry? A
A
concoction.
concoction.
Well,
Thank
I
you for
tried to give my
listening.
grandson ivermectin. It didn't work.
No, no. No, no.
What was
sounds
that?
like a concoction itself.
He had worms.
Oh, is that it? It's
Yeah, I
probably
was going through my phase thinking I was a real wolf, and I started eating raw meat, and well, it was very good.
well.
Yes, I gave him some animal dewormer in hopes of it working.
Yeah, well, you never know. I haven't tried raw meat. It could be interesting. It's probably easier to digest than the cooked stuff, if I had to guess.
Tastes like chicken.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What animal was it?
Well, it could have been a rhino, or it could have been an elephant. It was definitely dead more than a month, so I'm not really sure at this point.
Oh. Well, yeah, it's hard to say at that point, isn't it?
It was
Someone
tasty
brought
though.
us home a dead rhino.
Oh, I would love to
You
You
see
wanted
what
rhino skin. What else do you want from me?
A living one.
If you want rhino, you gotta bring home the rhino.
What are you gonna do? How are you gonna get the skin off the living rhino, Benzie?
If you get a living one, then the skin grows back, and we get eternal skin. Duh.
That sounds like animal cruelty.
That also doesn't work.
Oh,
You know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mister. I
That
ran
would
out of
be
my
scar
son.
tissue.
Are you an animal doctor?
have you been
No,
trying?
I'm not a
I
doctor.
think that's a veterinarian.
You've been trying to get rhinos.
Yeah. How many wars have you been in?
Actually, I saw one 2 or 3 weeks ago.
You saw one?
Okay, so he could be a vet. That checks out.
Thank you.
All right, if you're ready, we can move ahead into the first chamber on our tour.
And we're kind of ruining their tour. Not gonna lie. Just gonna
No,
buy it.
it's not a
Yeah,
problem.
that's what we do.
We can
There's
move
chambers?
ahead,
Please
move
step
ahead.
lively into the next chamber.
I
Yeah,
can
I'm
step.
pretty
I can't
sure
do very
that was a man.
lively.
Probably thought we ruined his night too.
How about a nice brisk walk? I'll let everybody go before me, just in
The
case.
lizard guy. Wait, whose night did we
Huh?
ruin?
All right,
That
we're
lizard
here.
guy.
Yeah,
Do
we
you
didn't
know
catch his
Sarthog?
name.
Oh.
We didn't catch his name.
Wearing green?
No, he said he was
Wearing
the
gold?
chameleon.
Yeah, he said he was like, he's like a lizard guy. I don't know. He wanted to like kidnap the three of us and hold us for hold us ransom, but nobody would have wanted us. So we're like, yeah, that was a horrible plan.
Oh, I see. Probably
Gotta
not
have somebody
Sarthog.
that wants to pay. Somebody
Yeah,
I
has
wanna
he
to
pay
didn't
for
know what he
myself.
was gonna get into.
Yeah.
I'm worth at least a gold coin.
Ooh.
Yeah, pay somebody going to take you.
Wow. I can't wait for you to die.
Well, you're in the right place. We'll inform you on what you need to know should it happen.
Beautiful. I've already got the
tour-
coffin.
Our tour begins here with the most intimate question to ask yourself upon death. What do I want to be stuffed with? This is a display room of numerous ideas for stuffing yourself or a certain someone when the time arrives. We find stuffing to be a very personal choice, as it directly relates to the bearer. Of utmost importance when it comes to stuffing is cleanliness and a thorough removal of seeds, nuts, spores, tubers, and anything that might take root in your innards, or what's
Oh my
left of
God,
them.
I can't. Hey, Benny, what are you gonna get stuffed with later?
Honey.
Oh. I thought most importance when it comes to stuffing is that cleanliness and thorough removal of the growing things that might take root in your innards. Secondly, a good thorough sorting allows you to make sure items are of good quality and not harboring anything weird, such as pests or eggs, unless, of course, you prefer to become a walking hatchery. Each their own.
Oh, that lizard guy probably, has like a egg mother who'd probably be into that.
Yeah, that's true.
I picked mine.
Everyone has their own. You've already picked a stuffing. I haven't even
Uh-huh.
explained all of them yet. All right. Well, hold it. Hold it for
Wait.
yourself. We'll get to it. Okay, first, I'm going to explain. We're starting with the stuffing tour with the softer side of stuffings, including hay, straw, moss, and fern leaves. These items all help replicate a certain internal softness akin to the squish of the original unwithered innards. Also, softer stuffings offer a lighter weight for those who don't really have the time to be weighed down by
Oh,
heavier.
I do have a question.
Sure.
Is it rude to ask somebody who what they're stuffed with?
No, I'm stuffed with nests. I think it's
Oh.
probably it doesn't bother us at all if you ask us any questions. We're just here to help.
She's
We're here
also
to
stuffed
explain.
with petunias. She smells so lovely.
Yeah, there's a few.
Oh, that's
petunias in
lovely.
there.
Oh, that's what that sweet
Yeah.
smell is. Okay.
Yeah. Barty here is a walking beehive. He's been stuffed with bees because he had a
Oh
leak.
God, stay away
Yeah.
from Benny.
I thought I could smell him.
He likes to eat
Oh.
bees.
Oh, you like bees? Well,
Yeah.
the inside. There's the hole. We poke the bees in through between the ribs back here.
Granny.
Poke them in. It's all sealed up now. They've started producing the wax now. So they have to seal up his insides. He can't drink anything hot and melt the wax, and the hole will just start leaking again.
And Jameson has suggested some type of, what was it, mead or something, and wanted to make a brew house inside me.
Yeah, something about the honey can be turned into mead. We start poking the fruits down the upper gullet here, let them down into the innards, and the next thing you know, we got a Mead Dispensary. People just hold out their glass, and Barty here can fill it up for them.
Would anyone like tea?
No, not us.
What kind of tea?
Mostly just berries.
No, it's not got bees. I don't want it.
I don't have any BT.
Oh no.
But if you stuff yourself with nuts, make sure that you remove the nuts because you might grow an extra appendage, and you wouldn't want that growing out of you.
Yeah, that's part of our bathing. Really.
Mm-mm.
Actually, we haven't bathed in a while.
That's fine. I haven't.
Can you smell?
Must
Well,
not
actually,
be-
no. You can, because that guy
Yeah.
just said you smell like good petunias and whatnot.
Yeah, we can smell, but we don't mind an unusual odor. It's a personal choice. It's even personal to you while you're living, much less when you're dead. What do you want to be stuffed with? Also, aside from the soft stuffings, next up here we have the herbarium. Do you or a loved one have a preference for the spicy or piquant things in life? Well, look no further than dried herbs. Similar in substance to the softer stuffings of the world, but with that something extra.
Wait, what are the turpentines on this one?
What? Oh, those bottles of special fluid of herbal tinctures. You can have those added to your internals to give you a special scent.
Yeah, I think there's formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde. Yes.
I can't even say that word.
Yeah, it's very technical.
Floridahyde.
Florida High. There you
Hop.
go.
Floridahyde. So, look no further than dried herbs, if you want to smell. Also,
You
not to be
know all about
overlooked.
drying herbs, if you know what I mean.
You may have chosen your inside stuffing just now.
Oh, because then he'll wind up smoking himself.
Not to be overlooked is the certain smell of the dried herbs themselves. Feel free to take a taste or rub them between your fingers to smell the oils. That's a vital component of herbs as well. Can also be used as a pest preventative if you need to drive the pests away from your internal cavities. Certain herbals can chase away pests, so that's also an option. Full over there. Speaking of scents, that leads us to our next station in stuffings. Florals. When it comes to scent, florals lead the way in the stuffing department. Do you or one of your loved ones have a certain scent that brings you happiness? Well, florals may be for you, offering the ability to mix and combine nature's harvest, to combine the impression that the body leaves behind. What do you want to be said when you lumber out of a room regarding the scent you left behind?
Can you pick
Interesting.
different scents, like, every day, or is it like you're stuck with the one?
Oh, yes, let's get to this one right here. Spices. A component as well as a byproduct of florals, herbs, and other natural products, spices. Perhaps you or a loved one was a chef, a gourmand in life, and was led by their palate throughout life. Spice is not to be packed in solidly, as it has a weight issue, but it's normally used as a top note to the other choices made along the way. And you ask, could you be stuffed for a certain occasion? Well, the perfect blend of herbs, florals, and a top note of spice can bring a complex aroma to one's internal cavity. As a warning, though, some spices are quite pungent and stubborn to remove the smell of, so they can always be tied into a sachet and added to one's innards for easy removal and replacement. We've seen in our research it is not unusual. To answer your question, it's not unusual to celebrate a special occasion or season or a traditional day by adding a certain scent just for a temporary time.
Yeah, one of the books I've been reading said sugar and spice and everything nice. That's what little girls are made of.
A very merry birthday to you, I
It's a
think.
weird book. I don't know where you keep getting these strange volumes that you're reading, but it's all part of the research here. Rounding out the room, we're brought here to the sturdier section for the replacement of the occasional bone or support of internal structure. Just as personal as some of our other choices is the choice for sturdier supplies. There are differing weights and strengths of wood depending on what you want to be doing with what's left of you. But the woods offer a nice weight and ability to customize and make different shapes to suit the use, be it head, shoulders, knees, or toes. Knees or toes.
Heads, knees or toes. Knees or toes.
These are toes.
And then
Nails.
arms
These
and
are
ears,
toes.
and then your mouth and your nose.
Yes, that's right.
Oh.
You got it. You're on to something. Any questions so far?
None. The best bit's coming
Alright.
out.
Yeah, we're moving on to Weird Corner here. Call this Weird Corner. Was your Aunt Sally a prickly person? Did your grandfather prefer the drink? Well, there's always a chance to customize their afterlife experience with their stuffings we have here. Cactus for the prickly person, hops for the beverage fan, pepper for the caustic creature, as well as things like butterfly wings to give you a lift to your ordinary day. We also have here a sheep. You can do the sheep's wool. This sheep's an unusual one. In order to lure it here, we had to put out meat and bones. That was part of the feed that draws the sheep in for some reason. We've also left a little pot of rotting fish there. If you have someone you want to drive away, or perhaps you want to lure a certain interesting creature to your backyard, you just stuff yourself with the rotting, decaying fish.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's all sorts of options. These are just some of the options that you have available to you. But we wanted to pique your interest and open your mind to new and unusual stuffings so that you can decide what you might want to tell your loved ones to stuff you with when the time comes.
I've got another question, actually.
Sure, go ahead.
Let's say you're very hollow. Could
Yes?
someone else who's small climb inside and sort of make you move around by pulling on your bones and stuff?
No, they can't make you move around, but you can make them move around. If they're all stitched up on the inside in there, they're gonna go wherever you go. I had a turtle
Oh.
that hatched inside me. That turtle rode
Uh-oh.
around as if I was some sort of mode of conveyance to travel with the turtle place to place.
But don't fear. The turtle was removed, but my poor Gertie kept her snap.
Yeah, yeah. The snap.
I want bees,
Alright.
Granny.
Any other questions?
I mean, you already
regarding-
eat enough of them. You're already stuffed with bees.
Yeah, I know, but you gotta complete the package. I want bees. Bzz.
Any other questions regarding stuffing? If anyone needs a note, they're over here. If you want to take a note of what you may want to be stuffed with, and as we make our way through the other chambers, you may come up with other ideas. Has anyone?
I want you
has
stuffed with the
anyone-
most flammable thing I can think of.
Oh God! Has anyone measured you?
Yeah, then we ain't gotta bring our body back home.
I know.
Have any of you been measured yet?
No, I think I'm like
measure-
7'5".
Yeah, I think
Oh.
my grandson might need to be measured.
Yeah, we're gonna do some measuring then. We'll make sure to measure you each so that you know what size you are.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Yeah, yeah. All right, moving forward, we'll go into the next chamber.
The next chamber.
Next
Full of secrets.
chamber.
So if this turns out to be a murder house, we're just gonna bash him in the head, right?
After you've decided what to be stuffed with, the next logical decision is what to place your body in after you're stuffed. So we put this here as an option, but it's more of a warning. Do not have anyone bury you in this. This is a collapsing device. They'll put you in here. You think that you're going to come back all nice and ready. And what's going to happen is the weight of the earth will press down upon this and collapse you down until you're flat like a sheet of paper. You could
Fuck.
catch into the breeze. Yeah. You
Granny,
there.
we're gonna have to return the coffin. We got you.
You could
I don't
get
know if
caught
they
in
fit
the
this one.
wind. You could get caught in the wind and sail off into the treetops and get tangled in the limbs. If you've been compressed down flat.
I did get a slightly smaller one because I didn't measure my granny, but we settled on breaking her legs when she died. So I mean,
Well, if you're looking for smaller, there's some more options here beside that one. These are a little sturdier. We still don't recommend them. However, these are for bits and
You're not going
bobs
to
and
just cram me in a crate.
if you're missing something or if someone has been folded prior to death, you can always fit them in one of these smaller containers. This container
Ooh,
here.
question:
Yeah, questions?
what if the whole person doesn't fit in one crate? What's the scenario if you have to split them in more than one? Can they still be put back together?
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh, it's okay then.
They can sew themselves back together if they have to. You just make sure to put a little needle and thread in the coffin with them so that they have the option to stitch themselves back before they come out of the ground. You don't want to
But
come
they're
out
in
of
two
the ground.
separate boxes,
Oh,
so they can't reach
yeah.
their other parts.
I was just thinking about taking your head off and then just sinking it.
There's a lot of options.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide my granny's head.
Do we have any couples here today? If there's any couples that are here.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's your turn. Step forward. Here we have the couples box. This box you can. Yeah, let's say that you had, I
Oh.
don't know, 10, 12 children in life, and you're very
No, we ain't got no
tired.
children.
No children. All right. Well,
No.
let's say you had 10, 12 horses that you had to tend to day and night. Now you want to be left alone, right? You want some private time. Let's say you lived with some certain loved one and they were always disturbing you. You needed some time alone with each other, but it was hard to get that. Well, here's your chance. This is a double coffin. You can be buried together so that for eternity, if you like, you can stay down as deep as you want for as long as you want. And the next thing you know, you're down there loving with each other for eternity. Or you can always choose to burst through, and the power of two helps lift the lid even easier. You can also be
This sounds
buried.
like a good idea.
Yeah, you can be buried head to toe as well if you like. You don't have to be buried facing the same direction. There's options in this world.
So
I do have, I have,
like, as
I have
long as you
another,
like.
another question.
Sure, sure.
So let's say something falls off once you're passed out or dead. But you accidentally attach like your significant other's arm to your arm.
Sure, sure. You can always undo that, or you can always leave it that way. It probably depend on your significant other, whether or not they want their arm on your body. Maybe that's some sort of sign of affection. Maybe it's a way to keep a part of them with you as you go through your day. It's up to you.
I'm not
There's a
taking
lot
your
of
tiny
options.
twig arm. Sorry.
Well, I want both of your arms so I can be forearm Benny. Say hello to the
your
big
arms are
king.
like little twigs. They're tiny.
There's options in this world and after this world as well.
I saw a man with 3 hands yesterday.
You did?
Yes.
People
that's
usually
always
tell
an
me I
option.
got a third arm.
You gotta be careful when you're sewing things together in the night. If it's dark and you've lost both your feet because you plunged off a mountainside as far down as you could go, you may have shot your feet off. And if you did, don't try to sew them on in the dark of night. Wait till in the morning. If you wake up, they could be on the wrong leg. It happens.
What happens if
what you're doing.
your head
You're
falls off
looking.
and rolls down a hill? Can you still find it easy?
Sure. It takes time. You just have to look. I lost a toe for the better part of a day, but I found it. If you don't find it, you can always use something else. It's probably a nice kettle or something that you could put in place of your head. You don't have to have a head.
Oh
if you don't
my
want
god,
one.
I can have an actual wolf's head as my head.
You could. You just stitch
I was
it
thinking
on.
a beehive.
Or a bee. Or a bee.
Yeah. You could have a beehive in your cavity and then a wolf's head on top. And when the
Oh my
wolf
God.
spreads its mouth open, the bees pour out. That could be an option for
They
you.
call me Beowulf.
Yeah. Beowulf.
Beowulf.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
that
you can
brings
be a
us
wolf
to-
if you want to be a wolf. We went through that.
Yo.
That brings
And just
us,
Benny with his bees.
yeah. That brings us here to this one. Now this is the coffin you want if you want to preserve the body and make sure it doesn't get smashed to bits and blow away in the breeze and get caught in the tree limbs. This is a nice sturdy stone coffin. Keep your body more at its optimal size and shape. So when the time comes for you to burst through, you look more like you thought you should.
Will we be strong enough to burst through stone?
Sure.
Sometimes you're buried with a mallet or even a bell to ring.
Yeah. You have an unusual amount of strength when you're dead. You wouldn't think that. You would think that you would begin to wither more, but no, you're very sturdy. I fell off a mountainside. That was
You're
about
right.
6 times as tall. I think that
Of
man is
course.
ill.
Do
It's
you
all the
still have
tea.
some of that tissue to blow your nose?
They don't have a
I
T.
just thought it was a duck. Quack.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh,
be
okay.
careful about
I,
that.
think,
That's
I
how
don't, I don't
Benny
think he
got
likes all the
small.
rain in here. He's turning around.
No, I'm sorry it leaks. It's the roof. We bought this place. We didn't get to live in it before we bought it. We had it disassembled and brought here, and then we put it back together with instructions. We could have made a mistake. I don't know. Jameson's pretty good. I think he did it right. It just probably
You know,
had a
your,
leak to begin with.
Your walls kind of look like they're kind of made out of like skin that's been sewn together.
Well, that's a possibility. We didn't quite ask what the walls were made of. It could be bone, ground up bone, and some sort of skin, stretched
What?
hide.
That don't sound healthy.
It's fine. It's fine. We've been here a while now. All right. So let's say that you or your... What's up?
Are you eating the bees?
Oh no, he put his mask on because.
Oh, we have a hard time hearing you with that mask on. All right.
Oh, you look lovely,
I
honey.
think he said carry on.
Okay, well, carry on. Right here, we have another option for you. Were you or a loved one a seafaring bunch? Did you want to be buried at sea, but your loved one still want to have you close at hand? Are you afraid you'll come back from the other side and have to crawl all the way home from the middle of the ocean? If that's the case, then right here is your option. We have this trough here filled with seawater, so you can be buried at sea, but conveniently located in your own backyard.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, you're looking now. Look at that.
How long does it take it to get watered down with rainwater before you replace it?
With the dehydration and the dehydration leaving behind the extra salt and then the water going back in again, it'll take a while. It'll take a little while.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah. There's always a chance to refill it. You could put something else in there too if your loved one wanted to be buried differently than seawater. Maybe river water. Maybe tea or something like that.
Cherry Kool-Aid.
Yeah. That could be an option too.
Oh,
Or if you
Or
got a
tea.
if you got an aunt that complains all the time, you can bury her in wine so she can whine for the rest of her life.
Oh my god, that's like perfect for my granny.
this
Here we
one's
have a-
pretty popular recently, I assume. I keep hearing that mercury's in Gatorade.
What? What in the world? Don't even know.
Yeah, I don't support
So are
eating
you
gators.
planning
They're
on
like
like
a
cutting
huge
me in
business our
half,
house.
cramming me in a little box, and then sticking me in a wine?
And you forgot the most important part.
It's a personal choice.
She said only if
Everyone
you fall
gets
Taking your
apart.
head off and
Choice.
hiding it somewhere.
You
And then
can't
taking
make
your head
that
off and hiding it
someone else.
somewhere.
Down the hill, right?
Is it considered assault if he steals my head and hides it from me in the
Yeah.
afterlife?
Yeah, you're not supposed to make these decisions for someone else. They make their own choice and then you follow what they decided.
Now,
You're not supposed to make that. That's why we're telling everyone we don't want you to accidentally make the wrong choices for your loved one.
well,
Next
you
thing you
don't.
know,
Well,
they're very angry and they're looking for who to get hold of.
Don't make your choices so soon. We do have the vase room, and there's probably a vase that you might want to use instead.
There's options. We'll get to it.
Oh, I could get my
All
granny
right.
in a vase? Oh yeah.
I'm gonna cram you in a beehive.
Oh. If you're going to bury your loved one at sea, but they want to actually go in the ocean, but you want to drag them up occasionally so you can see how they're doing if they came back from the other side, we have this option as well. We have the flotation devices. You tie this onto the leg, fill the internal cavity with stones, and let them have the proper ocean burial they always dreamed of. But you can always go out, find the flotation device, and hold them up to see if they're alive or if they're, if you're just missing them. You can see how they're doing. That's another option.
Granny, that could be a possibility for you.
And then here beside me, we also have another option. We have were you a general in life, such as Barry here, or were you a famous horse person who raised horses? If so,
A centaur.
oh, you could be. Then maybe you want to be buried with a horse or as part of a horse. If that's the case, then there's this option here. We didn't think of it all.
Question.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we Trojan horse it, where you cram my dead body in there, put it on my enemy's lawn, and then
Uh-oh.
Husband?
Where did he go?
Husband, you're not supposed to make the choice right now, you idiot!
Has he been?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's so eager. God damn it.
is he in here?
Has he been making...
Hello?
Did it
Hello?
take any...
I'm not ready to come yet, so you'll have to wait at least 5-10 years.
We've heard of people going to the other side.
Somewhere?
Lindsay, get out of there!
Get out
Death
of
is
that
not ready yet. We're too young. Boys, this is very inconvenient. How dare he do that?
Can't have you in there making choices already. You're still breathing. You can't get in there yet. It's not time.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not
right.
ready. I barely lived.
How much air is in that box?
I mean, it's a pretty big box, and it's not like
It's true.
sealed, is it?
I didn't see how far he lifted the lid. It probably let air in when he got in
He
there.
snuck in there pretty quick.
He seemed
Yeah,
like
I
he
got
had
him
some pretty
fast.
good lungs.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, he does.
I'm sure if he wants out, he'd make his way out. The lid's not attached. You can lift it anytime. It's better than the stone coffin. That'd be a hard lid to lift. That one's not so bad. If you're
He's probably
sitting on-
just, testing it out or something.
If you're sitting on it, it might be a little heavier, though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Sorry!
there you go. Now he can make his way out. Well, all right, you come out when you're ready. It's your choice. He's just testing the merchandise. You have to
Hey,
test
he's
it.
taking it for a little test drive.
As long as you know I'm not coming
in.
in there yet.
Little sir. Oh, anyways, yeah. So I was thinking, like, cram myself in the Trojan horse and then just stick it on my enemy's body or like front porch, and then they're like, "Oh, good! I've always wanted a stuffed horse mannequin," and then I pop out and like slash them.
Yeah, you can do that. Look at
All right,
that.
Oh, you
Ooh,
have
yeah,
a lot of
ooh.
enemies.
Ooh, you're ready.
No, not necessarily, but just I like to keep my options open.
Stand by the horse here.
So
Let's
do
see if
I.
would you fit into this cavity here? See if you'll fit into the body part there.
I'm sure I could probably cram in there.
Yeah, look at that. You
You
fit
can always
in there.
get a
just
larger
fine.
horse model too, but I'm pretty sure I can.
Yeah,
What about a
you-
rhino?
Oh, look at that. Can you make horse noises at all? You lure them in.
Yeah, go on, Granny.
Horse.
We're ready.
Make the.
Any moment now.
Hey!
Yeah, there you go.
That's not what I was aiming for, but that's what we're doing now.
I think you fit in there just fine. Look at that. You just.
Just gotta
slide
pull your
right
legs in a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. And then you take the knives in there with you. Be sure that they know you want to be buried with the knives. So you come slicing out. That way you're ready. There you go.
Oh yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, you just slice
I'd
right
take
out the...
deadly assassin to a whole new level. Help me! There's a deadly assassin trying to assassinate me.
You just cut you a small hole right in the back end right here. And then you pop your head out through the hole and you go, look at me!
Like an
Not no
unperfect.
after all. Like an... Sort of, I guess.
Oh, your husband's
Ah.
back.
Did
Oh,
you
did you-
finally decide if this was the right coffin for it or not?
I think he's still kind of waking up. He hasn't taken his hat off yet or anything.
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's getting out now. It's a hard thing testing coffins. We're glad you got in there to see if it fits okay. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
we're glad you
A bit
tested
too
out
early,
the
though.
size and shape and everything. So now you know you fit in there just fine.
Benny, I think, said you had at least 20, 30 more years.
Sure.
I mean, if I live as long as my granny, my god, I mean, at least 70 more years.
what? Fuck! I told you weren't allowed to tell anybody about those crap. Shh.
Husband, can you speak up a little bit?
Why? What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's better
It's raining.
now.
He had a little bit of oxygen deficiency.
Oh, we can sort that out. Maybe a couple of holes in the side or something.
Sure. When you're dead in there, it doesn't matter. If you're sleeping in there when you're alive, it's weird. But when you're dead, you don't need the air hose.
That's
Trust me.
true.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I'd hate
Yeah.
You can always sleep in there. I'm not judging. No judgment. You sleep in there if you like. It's awfully comfy. And it's nice and quiet. Were you or
I
a
have
loved one?
I have claws of strawberry.
Oh, were you or a loved one a home builder in life? Or did you always dream of having your own home away from everyone else? Well, here we have the perfect thing for you. A nice tiny home with a beautiful roof to keep all the rainwater off of you. This can be buried in the ground, or you can be buried above the ground. So, when the time comes, if you're buried in the ground and you push the lid off, the pointed lid helps part the dirt, helps push the dirt off each side. So when you come out, you're less filthy. It'd be good for you. Be nice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Did you have a special pet? If you do, or you have a special animal you have preference for, there's always a chance when you're dead you could be wrapped in their skin. As I stand behind here now, I can look straight through the holes. Imagine your dead loved one wrapped in the animal of your choice. Their eyes staring out through the empty eye holes of the animal. Now you can snuggle with your loved one and the animal you always loved in life, all at the same time. Imagine rolled up by the
question.
fire. Yes?
Ernie, you think I'd
What
fit in
if-
my
what-
chicken?
What if you pass away, but your favorite animal is still living?
If your favorite animal? Well, I mean, there's a chance you could wait. You could take your time. Do you love this animal? If you love
yeah,
the
that's-
animal,
Yeah.
you want to give them a full chance at life, then you just leave them to the natural death, and then you just wait your time. Time passes a lot faster when you're dead. There's not a lot of things to worry about anymore. The time just ticks right by. It just flies. Oh, your loved ones, your animals, all be dead pretty soon anyhow after you're gone. For you, time fly by. They'll all be joining you soon. Or
I won't fit
there's
in mine.
also- Or there's other options that
But
that
the little
require a
chicken?
little more.
Yeah, I won't fit in my
preparation.
chicken.
It's alright, we still have your little ass.
That's true. Wait, no, I don't want to be a donkey.
Ah, you fit the personality.
Now that you've explored some of the options for burial, we'll bring you into the containers room where we have other options for you. Here we have a lot of these smaller containers for individual parts of your body. Should you be missing something, you may want to have that placed in its own special jar and then buried alongside the rest of you. Let's say you lost an arm about 10, 15 years before you died. Have that arm stuffed in one of these, and you can just have it buried with you when the time comes. Sew it back on later. It's fine. You don't want to drag it around with you all this time. So that's what these are for. Little individual bits and bobs that may have fallen off over time, or that you may have willingly decided that you didn't want anymore. Here we also have a special container. You can always be buried with something special. This here is filled with wine. Let's say you were a lover of wine in real life. When the time comes to bury you, have yourself folded knees to chest and slid down into a barrel of wine. You'll be pickled in the thing you love the most.
This one's a great option if you're a complainer. You can whine.
You can whine about it from now on.
I know what I'm doing with Benny.
This here is for those who are...
Wow.
This container here is for those who are worried that when the time comes, that the burial may be disrupted, or their decision of where to be put may be damaged. See this here, this small box, you can be buried in that, and then this gigantic protection is built around it, so that nothing smashes you down before you decide you're ready to come back out.
Oh.
Yeah. Then we have the larger one here. This is for someone who wants to be buried above ground, and maybe you're buried near the ocean, but you don't want to be waterlogged. Maybe you never liked swimming. Well, then this is for you, the above ground option. You don't have to worry about being in the waters. Next up, we have
I call it the Stuffinator.
Yeah, this is the stuff for stuffing right here. I don't want anyone to get too close to this device. As you can see, there's needle-sharp stuffing applicators lining the interior.
Our caretaker, Jameson, actually tried it out. It stuffed at least 1,000 holes in him and knocked the wind out of him for a little bit.
Yeah, we recommend if you get in here accidentally, you move your body parts around in a certain position so that you're not pierced through. Unless there's part of your body you're looking to pierce, but you're not quite sure how to get it accomplished, then
Ooh,
you'll always have the sliding in there and
I don't want to
piercing
get in
some-
that.
Yeah, maybe we could pierce Benny's other nipple with that.
No,
You
I've got one
could.
holy nipple. That's all I need.
All right. Well, it's your choice here. You make the choice. Here we have a very special urn for the loved ones. This one is shaped like a little heart. You can be buried in here with a loved one of your choice. You may have to be rearranged slightly, but that's all right. We'll get you in there.
And I think this next option is going to be a great one for Granny.
This is an option here for those who you may want to talk to occasionally, but you don't really want to.
No! Hey!
What's that? Oh,
Help!
uh-oh.
Stop trying to murder me!
It does got the stuffer. If you get in there, just twist your body. Try to avoid the... Ah, there you go, you're out. All right, so you have a loved one. You want to kiss them goodnight every night, right before bed? Well, you just stuff the entire body into the jug here, and you leave the head out the top. And then you can always visit the head before you go to bed and get that last kiss in before you go to bed for the evening. And then when you're tired of them, we recommend a small mallet like you see beside it here. You can always whack them over the head with a mallet and drive them back down into the container.
Whack a
One of those for our
granny!
bedroom.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yes. And then you put the little wooden top on, and you take the mallet and you drive it down onto the top of the jug, and they have a little harder time getting out in the middle of the night, so you can have a nice rest.
That sounds perfect for Granny.
Granny who?
My Granny.
Oh, yeah, all right. And then we have this device here, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's say you were some special soldier in life, or you held a special rank or title. You can always be buried with some imagery of yourself on top of the casket. That way, before you come back, or when you come back, everyone knows what to expect.
Could I be cast in metal or something?
You could. This sort of looks like you. Stand here beside this and let's get a good look at your face alongside this face. I do think that is you. It's been carved to look identical to your
Yeah,
visage.
the noses look
for some
similar.
reason.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had a special cowl on that surrounded your neck and head, I think that you would look just like this person. We have to take, for you, you would have to have the sword removed and a tea mug put in its place.
Yeah, it's a striking resemblance.
Yeah, look at that. Who would know the difference? I don't even know where the man went anymore. Which one's the man and which one's the container? I can't tell.
It's me!
Oh, look at that.
Oh, there he is.
Where's you? I had it wrong. I had it backwards. But these are just some of the options, some of the multiple options we have here. We've assembled for you so that you can make the choice best suits you. Now, if anyone wants to be measured, well, if you'll follow me upstairs, we'll do the measuring.
Not it.
How much is it?
Free. It's free. We also send you home with part of it. We send you home with something so that you
What,
can
you don't have any money?
explain to your loved ones.
No! Not at all, in fact!
Why?
If you want to be
He
measured,
ran out on
just,
your grandson. Are you
if you could
surprised he
just
doesn't have
lay
any
on
money?
The measuring
Yes,
table
bro.
over here.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Hold.
Just lay on the measuring table there near that knife. I'll go get the rope.
You want him on his back or on his stomach?
Oh, that's a personal choice. Which one you prefer? You like to be on your back or do you like to be on your stomach?
That's a private question.
Binsy, what does he prefer?
There's a bit of
Of all the-
privacy here.
We switch it up.
Oh, alright.
All right. What I'm gonna do here for you today, if you'll just lay very still, I'm gonna stretch this rope. If you'll hold it right above your head like that,
Okay,
I'm gonna put it
okay,
in that hand. Alright, I'm gonna stretch it down here to the end of your toe. Now, Barty, if you'll help me grab the knife there, and I want you to cut the rope right by the toe, but don't cut the toe. At this
Please don't
end,
cut the
by
toe.
the toe. Come down. Can you come
Heard
down
a book
here
Yeah,
by
one
you
the
time. You
accidentally
toe?
cut
get
my toe off. I can't
circumcised.
walk.
Alright, there you go. Cut the rope right where the toe is. Very good. Alright. Now I'm gonna hand you this rope, and if anyone asks you what size you are, you pull this rope out of your pocket and you say, I'm this size right here. Alright, here you go.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Now you've been measured. Does anyone else need to be measured so they know what size they are?
Yes, please.
Alright.
Pass.
Alright.
Should he
come
keep the
ahead.
hat on?
Come forward.
Yeah, it's cheating.
If you're going to be buried with a hat, please leave the hat on so that we know what size the coffin needs to be. We don't want it to be too
What?
small for you and collapse your hat. When you come back from under the ground, you're going to need to have your hat available, right?
What if I become a werewolf? Maybe I
Well-
won't hat for the ears, you know?
You're going to have to come back late at night so we can measure you in that form. It depends on... Yeah, that's your personal choice.
If he
What
becomes a
form
werewolf,
do
then he's
you
gonna
want
be
to
my werewolf
buried
daddy
in?
too.
Do you still turn into a werewolf if you're dead? I don't know the answer to that. That's a question
More
for the
tests.
werewolf. You've chosen to be buried without the hat. Oh, there you go. All
Oh,
right, come on.
he's there
Up
you go.
there. All right, I'm gonna take the rope here.
I feel like somebody should be painting him like a French girl.
Thank
All right.
you.
I'm gonna start with the rope at this end. You hold it in your hand right above your head like you've got there.
Got
I'm
it.
gonna stretch it along the length here. All right, buddy, I'm gonna hang it right here at the end of his... There you go. All right, sir. Now we got a rope for you as well. Anyone asks what size you are, you hold that rope out in front of you and let it drag the ground, and you say, I'm this size right here. I left extra room up there for the hat. Did you want that?
Thank you.
We
Yes,
can
please.
always... All right,
Just
we
in
could-
case.
Yeah, we could trim a little extra off if you need to. There's always a chance to cut a little more off if you decide you don't want the hat. Just take the rope, lay it beside the hat, and cut that much off. And then you still should be
I
fine.
don't- I don't mind people thinking I'm a different size than I am. It's fine.
Yeah, that should be fine. A little
I mean, as
extra
long as they
room
think you're
in the-
bigger, I don't want people thinking I'm smaller.
No, that's... Who would want that? You'd be all tied in there.
Oh,
I might come back and get measured at a later time.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can measure you whenever you're ready. It's your choice here. We force no opinions or beliefs or thoughts on anyone at all. It's all up to you here. What do you prefer?
Oh, what's this? Is this a table or is this another one of those?
This is a little desk if we have to stand here and have consultation with anyone. If you have any further
Oh, okay.
if you
Oh,
have any
consultation. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, any extensive questions, we can answer those, but we have to stand here so that it's professional like and you get to sit there in the chair and relax. While we do the work.
Lovely.
Yeah. But we hope that you've enjoyed your time here today. And that concludes our tour. There'll be more coming. We have more in store for options for people, but these are all the options we have currently. We told you we would tell you what we know. This is what we know so far. We're working on other things. You can always check back at another time if you feel free. There's no
Who's
rush if
buried
you
up
wanna...
here?
What? No, that's just another
That's not
option.
someone up there?
No, there's no one in there. It's perfectly empty on the inside. But you can always lay on top of there, see if you're the right size. If that's something that piques your interest, you write that down on your notepad that you have, and you let other people know. I have an interest in that item up there. I want to look like this when I'm gone. So that way.
Do you sleep in the coffin, or is that reserved for vampires?
We don't have to sleep in the coffin. I don't sleep. I just lay with my eyes open until I decide I'm through laying. We just do it as a form of habit. You try to keep some of the rules and regulations of when you were living, but you don't have to sleep anymore. You just lay there,
Yeah.
staring at the ceiling for hours. It gives us a lot of time to do the research in our minds, though. But if the world is too loud for you, nothing suits you quite like a nice stone coffin. I don't recommend going into one if you need to breathe still, but we don't have need for breath anymore. So we can lay in a stone coffin all we like. It's nice and cool in there if it's hot. And also it's very quiet if you have a rowdy household. Anyone in your house make loud noises?
Benny.
Yeah. You wanna
Yeah.
you wanna get you one of these then? You can rest in your afterlife. You get a lot of rest, you see. You get to be nice and quiet.
So you get a lot of rest, but you don't get a lot of sleep.
No, you don't sleep at all. You don't close your eyes and actually dream or anything, but you get to lay there and relax. That's nice.
I do read in my free time, kind of novels of unicorns.
Unicorns? What are you studying? You're studying the weirdest stuff.
Are you sitting on Grandma?
Oh yeah, Benny wants a unicorn, but man, it feels like a lot of work.
No, Grandma's fine. She's nice and tough.
Is there anyone percolating in here before they're on death?
Percolating? Just us. I mean, we're already in the undead part, but...
Oh hey, I just
Oh,
realized
there's no
it's
one
Benny.
buried or anything?
Yeah, I didn't want to jinx it, so I didn't
Not a
say anything, but I
funeral.
noticed as well.
What? You saw a body? What'd
No,
you
it's
see?
not raining anymore.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. You know, it feels like it rains for about, I don't know, 300 days out of the year here. We get maybe one day where it doesn't rain, and then it's right back to raining again. This area doesn't come recommended if you like the dry.
Yeah, we have a neighbor, used to have a neighbor called Danny, and Danny moved away because it rained so much
Yeah.
here.
Rain too much.
He moved to the area just south of the cold north or whatever, where it rains all the time.
What? What do you mean?
I don't
What?
think he knew.
What?
Oh,
It's too late
no.
now. He's already built a home there and everything.
It's not a
He's-
home, it's a castle. It's
Yeah,
huge.
big,
It's
beautiful.
amazing.
Worse.
It looks like this right here. We have an image
Oh,
of what
cool, a
this
castle.
castle almost looks like. I think this is where it's headed, right here. That's what.
Actually,
this
yes.
is what Danny's house will look like soon enough. It's very well on its way to this.
Yeah, we found a castle on the way here.
Oh,
Isn't it amazing with the drawbridge and everything?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
it is.
Yeah,
I
we
tried to trap my
lock
granny over there.
Yeah, but we couldn't pull the draw. I mean, no, what?
You can imagine a dragon crawling around on the rooftops of that place.
Do 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 do.
Oh, good. She can't hear us because she's deaf. Yeah, we tried to close her up in the drawbridge, but we couldn't.
But did you see the giant snake? He was thinking about.
Yeah, I've killed a couple of giant snakes, and Binsley's all like, ew, it's a snake.
Oh.
He was thinking.
Did you
of
see the evil mammoth next to that castle?
What?
Oh.
No.
Actually,
If you stand at the
Everything wanna eat
drawbridge
me.
and look away, on the left up the hill a bit, there's a big black mammoth with 4 tusks.
What? I've never heard of such.
It's very scary.
That sounds scary. That sounds unusual. But I'm not
You can put
judging.
mammoth fur in the whatever that corner was called.
Yeah, that's true. The
So you want to be
strange
stuffed with
corner-
mammoth fur?
Corner of strange things. Mammoth fur. You could probably use a mammoth tusk as a leg bone if you had to. Just whittle it down till it's the right size.
I'm pretty sure ivory trade is banned.
What? Well, then you're not going to be using the tusks. You just use the bones of the leg.
Perfect.
I did not kill this animal for its tusks. I'm just taking its leg. Sometimes it's
I'm
killed to
sure
be
that's
killed.
totally fine.
Yeah, if it's not, if did they write that in the rules? If it's not in the rules, and you say I didn't want the tusks, I was taking the leg.
Yeah, the tusks are the byproduct. You know, they're just gonna be used for decoration.
Sure,
Right.
sure. I mean, it doesn't need
Yeah, if
these
it's not in the
anymore.
rules, that means it's allowed.
Yeah,
It's
that's
already
right.
dead. What am I gonna do with them? You know, they're there now. It's a waste to just chuck them away.
Sure, I was just taking the leg, but since I have it now, these tusks are just gonna ruin over here. I'm just gonna take those two.
Yeah.
I didn't kill it for tusks, though. I killed it for its leg. I see how it works.
And that
Yeah.
second
you
one
know,
died of
waste
shock
not,
for seeing
want
me kill the
not.
first one, so
Yeah,
waste
that's
not the
true.
second one.
I plan to take everything said here out of context.
Oh.
Oh,
Didn't you have doors? Oh, they're open.
Yeah, that brings us back here to our entryway where we can ask if you have any further questions before you go regarding any of the things you might have seen today or any of the choices you may be still undecided on.
I'm gonna stand on the side of the door before I say anything.
Right.
Is there like a membership that we can sign up to so that on death we can
Yeah,
come and
thank you
get
for
stuff?
not eating us. I was really afraid you guys were gonna eat us, and it was gonna be a murder house in there, and then we were
Nah.
gonna have to like fight our way out.
We
Thank
don't
you
eat
for that.
anything at all. I can't eat anything. If I put anything in there, I just have to take it back out and throw it in the woods somewhere. There was a man wanted me to eat a sausage the other day. I pretended. I said, "Oh, sure, thank you. I'll eat the sausage." I had to
What if
open
I
up
want to
my-
be stuffed with a cheeseburger in the afterlife?
You
Yeah,
can
I eat,
be.
I
you
eat
can.
sausage pretty regularly. Ask Benny.
Oh, well, each his own. I ate the sausage too. Although I had to open up and throw it in the woods. I threw it to the wolves afterwards. I said, "Here, you need this more than I do."
No, he Lorena bopping in it.
Oh, yeah.
How?
Hmm.
Kind of slice
Explain
that
that.
one.
Well, look at the time. We gotta go. Bye.
Oh, bye. Thank you for coming. We hope you
Bye.
found something. Bye. Oh, yes. We hope
Nice to see you
found
too.
something interesting
Oh,
here
I
today.
donated a bunch of bunnies to you.
Oh, you know there was some bunnies in there already. Now there's
Yeah,
more.
you got.
Thank
Yeah, there's
you.
4 more bunnies.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Heard a damn goose again.
Are you okay, sir?
I told you.
Did you have like a handkerchief or something? You have allergies?
I don't know what you're talking about. I
It's
do
a
have an allergy though.
It's a tea allergy. I'm pretty sure the more tea he drinks, the more he makes that noise. I don't know why.
You have like Tourette's? T-Rex?
No.
T-Rex.
You have a T-Rex?
I've been silent this whole time. I don't know what you mean.
Oh, that wasn't you? You didn't make that strange sound. Oh, it could be.
So you're saying like, if, we just keep talking, you're not gonna honk again at any minute now?
No, that must have been one of the coffin's lids shifting off after the residents were coming out,
It could
grinding
be.
against the box or something.
It could be. You never know. There was a lot of rain. It could have caused a slippage.
Oh.
Don't want to have a slip and slide here.
No one's opposed to slippage. Just if you don't want it, you don't want it. And if you do, you do. How it goes. How
Yeah.
slippage works.
This place is pretty neat.
Oh, thanks.
Actually, I don't believe we, actually formally, introduced ourselves. We just kind of showed
No.
up and went on a tour. My name is Edna. This is my grandson, Benny, and his husband, Binzi, and we
Welcome.
are, mainly
Hi.
Binzi. He's the fashion empire.
Ooh,
Benzie, you gotta say the whole thing.
I'm not memorizing it for you.
It's easy. It's Prince
You don't even
Benzie
pay
the
me.
first. Well, okay, fine. Fine.
Group photo.
I'd like to hear the whole thing.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
it's
Don't we,
wait,
have we got the trumpet?
You don't know it either, but I do have a trumpet. Do I need to blow something?
yeah, it's better with fanfare at the start.
At the start? Okay. Sort of a highest thing, or maybe like low?
You know, like
Aye.
da 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 da, and then you go into the wait. No, that's like a victory thing. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's victory.
Okay, I'm ready.
Right, you choose.
Honk!
Presenting.
Oh, and did you do all that with your tongue?
I've got a tiny horn in my pocket,
Oh, that's good.
Oh, how tragic.
and you ruined the timing. You ruined it.
Pocket horn. There's nothing wrong with a pocket horn. We're not gonna
Guess
judge
you're not
you.
going to want to be buried with that one then.
It's a nice
You better
way
not
to
blow
let
that
people
pocket
know.
horn, Benny. I'm gonna be mad.
Nice way to let people know you're still down there. Someone buries you and you can't climb out on your own. You make sure you take a pocket horn with you. Next thing you know,
Honk!
till they come and get you.
Announcing Prince Benze the First, third of his name.
The
Keeper of
third
the
of
boot.
Ooh,
Arr.
hello.
Lord of all that is fashionable and Prince of the Fashion Empire. See, I did kind of forget it. I had to sit and think about it.
That's pretty amazing. No, it's a lot to it. We understand, but it's nice. That's a good job.
I want a
No,
title.
maybe you could pay Benny's dad to follow you around and play his honking kazoo every
Oh,
time you
for a
introduce
sequel,
yourself.
That's a good idea.
A
I do
honk-a-zoo.
need some money.
There you go. You know, there's your job. You know, you can make some
Wait,
money
you're
by.
poor?
He says he doesn't have any money at all.
He's not my dad.
Professional-
I'm
Okay,
also
this is
banned
done.
from the carriage since the incident.
Professional
what,
honk-a-zoo
incident?
player.
What did you do?
Well, have you ever tried to make different shapes with your tongue?
I mean, they're married, so
Yes.
probably.
Uh-huh.
You know, like spin it or try to make a clover or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Yeah, I mean,
the last time I was on the carriage, I was doing that, and then I thought to myself, I wonder if I could drink tea at the same time. And then I tried to make a straw with my tongue, but I accidentally inhaled it. So I just blew tea all over the inside of the carriage when I started coughing. It was awful.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
I got
yeah,
you.
they
done.
generally frown on you blowing stuff in the carriage.
Right. So I'm not allowed on without a chaperone.
Oh. Well, you can always find a chaperone. We have to investigate the carriage every time. Did you know that in that very big city, there's a large, large city? I don't know if anyone else has seen it. There's a big shop at that. But there's a carriage out there that only has 3 wheels. You make sure to tell
No
that
press.
man to put the 4th wheel on there. What? What'd you say?
Wait, the carriage at the shop only has 3 wheels.
Yeah, it only has 3 wheels. We were very
Oh,
upset
no.
by that. Yeah,
Wait, they've
that-
not invented the
That
4th one
leopard's
yet.
only got one arm. What's your point?
we had an incident with the carriage. That's sort of how we ended up how we are now. But beyond
Oh.
beyond taking the medication, there has to be that moment that you realize the medication did something unusual. Well, the carriage ride was that unusual event. So we take precautions. We make sure to. And Jameson, he's a professional coachman. He lies down, slides under the carriage, makes sure everything's intact, so that no one's taking any shortcuts, and that there's more than 3 wheels. That's very important. We got very.
What if
upset
there
with
are
that man.
5 wheels?
That could be all right.
That's
I don't
kind of a training wheel, isn't it?
That could be.
Like as long as there's more than 3, you're good.
Yeah.
What
yeah, I
happens if
wouldn't-
one of the 3 wheels are in the middle of the front?
That could be all right. I guess.
What if it's 3
It
wheels in the front and 1 in the back, and it could be like really not balanced?
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
God,
like
that'd be
smoke.
horrible.
It's all up
It's
to you.
generally got to be
person.
2 in the front and then 1 in the back, or 1 in the front and 1 in the back, and then 1
Or
on each
2 in the
side.
pink and
Well,
1 in the
then
stink.
that's a bicycle.
Oh, yeah.
You never know.
That's-
There's a lot of combinations out there.
And you're telling that the truth.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Is there a Kato's temple out here? We should go have an orgy while we're out here.
It could be.
I don't think Benny would be comfortable with that, and neither would I.
Oh.
I'm not
Pretty
taking my
sure
granny
it's-
to a damn orgy. What?
You
Granny,
never know. There's things
I
out
was
there
blessed
that
by a
don't-
Wait,
holy
okay, so
man.
this is the part where we start getting into the really personal questions, because, I mean, when it comes to orgies and being dead, there might not be blood flow anymore.
Oh, is that
so, I
insensitive?
mean-
I'm sorry. I didn't think. Ah.
No,
Like,
no,
you-
it's fine. We explain all here if you have questions.
That's why you grow an oak, so you can have that extra appendage, so it can be hard as a wood.
What
Oh,
in
so
the
you
world?
just like have something you can screw on when you need to do the deed.
Like a false leg?
Yeah, like a pig leg.
I wasn't sure that cat was working. I'm being brought in on something I was unaware of.
It's some romance novels. Oh, I've been reading.
You've been reading those weird undead novels about those horses, haven't you?
Oh yeah, you know they always have like a naked man on a horse doing
Yeah,
like
they do.
it's rearing up. Yeah, you know I know exactly what you're. It's
The
romance
horse rearing
novels.
up. Undead man on undead horse. Horse rearing up. The undead man has no clothes on. Yeah, that's one of those. No, we have those kind of things hidden in the tucked away in the back of the books, but evidently Bart has been at it. He's been finding our
Well, I
secret
gotta find
literature.
something to do. I can't sleep. My eyes are always open.
No, it's true.
There's a lot of B names here.
There
It's
are-
not to remember, yeah.
Bartholomew is mine.
Yeah, I
That's
call
so
him
hard. I'm
Benny,
Betsy. He's
Barry,
Benny. He's
Bart.
Barry.
Barry, Benny, Bitsy,
I
and
feel like I need
Bobby.
to change my name.
And then Bedna.
You get a Bedna
Bart.
and Bert.
Yeah. I'd have to be Bertrude, I guess.
You are?
The the triple, the quad, how many? 6?
Hex?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Trey.
That doesn't really ring off the tongue. The hexabe words.
That could be.
Hi, I'm Benny.
What happens if you're
That
at
could
the
be.
orgy? I have a question for you, the living. What happens if you're at the orgy and everything's going great and everyone's having a wonderful time and you look up and grandmother's been there the whole time? What happens then?
Then I
Oh.
come to you and ask to be stuffed and then put
Then-
inside of a coffin.
Oh God. It's time.
Then
huh?
they contemplate, you know, actually cutting off their appendages
Yeah,
and keeping
that
it
is where
in the
I
nightstand for later.
I deceased myself.
Everyone's having so much fun they forgot to look around, and next thing you know, you look aside of you and someone else is looking at you and you recognize each other. Oh,
Like, oh
Never
my
look
god, what's
around.
that
Got
face?
it.
Looks like they got hit by a shovel. Oh, it's Granny! Oh no!
oh.
I mean,
that-
like, look, Derricato's the lady of sex and death, so, you know, that kind of happens a lot.
incest?
Granny's never ever around for those kind of books.
I don't know, sometimes.
Actually, I
you
mean,
know.
speaking
Ooh.
of, I mean, if you've got books laying around that you're done reading, Bart, I'm kind of interested now.
Okay.
You got a book I can just borrow your collection when you're done?
Give me just a moment.
Get her the one that's the teacher and the student.
Ooh.
Granny, you're
Speaking of-
87 years of age.
The student is at least 18 years of age, correct?
Yes, yes.
Like a
You're
college.
You're too old to be a
university
teacher
kinda, you know?
now.
Is it a wizarding school? I heard she's a big fan of those.
Oh, yes.
No,
yes.
she's not. She touched an orb before and she nearly died.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
I kind
yeah.
of hate magic now.
What color did you touch?
Blue.
I wasn't really paying attention, but there was a couple of them. Ooh, book.
Yeah, right
Was
there.
blue.
I
mine was
chose
blue.
purple.
Those are some select passages that's been harvested from multiple volumes. There's very interesting stuff in there. You take that with you. Take it with you. Then you can go through that in your leisure.
I will pick it up. You like glued it to the ground. I can't pick it up. Yeah, put it in the donation box.
You gotta forgive her because, you know, her imagination kind of goes with age.
It does.
There you go.
She keeps calling me Boris for some reason.
I can't wait. This is gonna be great.
So now we're going to do a book exchange donation box now. Perfect. So you
Ooh,
bring
like
me-
a library / not a funeral home. That's great.
Lending
I did write a love
Library
poem
and
yesterday.
Research Institute.
Ooh, can you remember it?
I could, I suppose.
Oh, is it about a raven?
No, it's about a fox boy.
Fox
Woo
boys.
woo.
I prefer cat boys myself, but let's go.
But is
I mean, what's the
Benny
Have
a
you
difference,
fox?
met-
really?
Have you met Danny?
Oh, Danny,
it's
what a
Danny.
nice. Yeah, Danny's nice.
It's about
person.
Danny.
What? It's a book about Danny?
The princess
No,
doesn't sit
it's
on
a
the ground.
poem.
I need a throne.
Oh,
It's a
cool.
love
Okay,
poem.
Yeah, we're ready. All right. Let me
He
see.
asked for a poem from me.
Oh, wonderful. All right. Yeah.
Wait a second, this isn't. Hold on, let me look through all of my paperwork.
Oh, he writes a lot of poems.
Yeah, there's a lot of poems, probably. He used to be an educator of some sort.
What did he teach?
I don't know.
Kindergarten.
Oh,
Well, it's pretty on par for not having money then.
Wow. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hand. That's kind of point we're gonna get right now.
Actually, no. Unfortunately, I wrote it as he requested. Anyway, here it goes.
All right.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're ready.
It's called Fox's Fancy.
Oh.
To
Sounds
gaze into your eyes is to be lost, swept through tumbling embers dancing as an arrow wins through clashing hosts to pierce this heart with your subtle glancing. I follow, fearless, where your furred tail flashes, down the rabbit hole to seek. Switch seats! Switch seats!
Switch.
Oh, we
no,
gotta
okay.
move. Oh, God, Benny, you're so bad at this.
I'm gonna sit
Everybody
here,
move down!
but on the top of the steps here is fun. All right.
Perfect. As I was saying, I follow fearless where your furred tail flashes, down the rabbit hole to seek, to find, raked claws and flushed skin, passions gashes, our souls for one moment intertwined. I know this minute, fleeting, blazing fast, another soon shall take your fancy, laying, lingering for one more gasp, one night's love, and after, necromancy. The only way to rekindle our flames, to rise again, for a night of Fox Games. Thank you.
Bravo,
what a
bravo.
wonderful poem.
Wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for including
Yeah,
us in the...
that was fabulous.
That was
Hey,
wonderful.
Thank you.
can we have a little sidebar for a second? Excuse us.
Me?
Oh,
Are you about to write a poem about Benzie, the Prince of Fashion? Because that'll be hilarious.
oh,
No, like Edna and Benny for a second. Can
Oh, I
can
mean,
talk
you
about
wanted
that?
us.
Yeah, can we talk
Oh,
about
thank goodness.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go into the woods with you. No
Did
offense.
Did you notice how that
hold
one
on,
has
this grass is very
claws?
tall.
just go stretch my legs over here.
The one, not the one that was on the stairs. She's got claws. I'm still kind of worried about this being a murder palace.
You're too edgy.
I'm sure it's
But,
fine.
look, how many people do you know have claws?
Listen, I've met
Santa?
a dog.
Okay, well
I've
that's
met a
fair.
lizard. Claws are the least of my worries.
Mhm.
Fine, but if they murder and eat us, I'm blaming you guys.
But it's okay because we can then I can get stuff with bees, so it's win-win.
You need to get
Okay,
a.
fine.
All right, but I'm gonna need you to commission, Benny's dad to write a poem about you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
Am I paying for
I
that,
don't
or are
think
you
it's my
paying for
dad.
that?
He's not got enough money.
I mean, he doesn't really know what money is at this point, probably. So it could be
Exactly.
like, what's 5 silver? Yeah, just...
I'd have no fucking
Okay, yeah, no,
inheritance,
that's,
Granny.
oh wow, silver. Wow, that's a lot. I mean, where'd you learn to bargain?
Maybe tea.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a good idea. All right, break.
Okay.
Sidebar over.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
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 Hi, I'm Benny.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, I dipped into their
I'm
herbs.
Barry.
I forgot what we were talking about. What was I supposed to ask?
Yeah, we're here for a tour.
Another tour?
Wait, we've been here before?
Yeah, you've been here before. You
Uh-huh.
did the
Oh.
whole thing. We didn't even measure you, though. You said you would come back. Maybe you're back
Oh.
to measure.
No, I don't think so.
Alright. Someday.
But Barry's watch is
Someday
2
the
days
sun will
past.
come out. Tomorrow.
It is.
Bet your bottom
Tomorrow.
dollar that's tomorrow.
Do you think that if one of you was named Barry and one of you was named Benny, that your mother may have named you Benny because your father's name was Barry? It's sort of similar, but different.
Probably.
Could
Okay,
be.
no.
I mean,
this is a
ants are
very...
basically like ours with little extra
Well,
legs on them.
My mom also
Yeah,
implied
yeah.
that my dad was rich and had a lot of money, and well, I mean, inheritance is very
complained a
important
lot.
when you're my age.
It's like if you turn the A upside down, it sort of makes a little E, and then you add a little extra leg onto the R's, and you got the N's.
Yeah.
Goes from
It's a very
Barry to
simple
Benny.
test. All right, watch this. Hey Benny, what's your last name?
Pass.
Pass,
well,
that's a
never
weird
mind.
last name.
Benny.
No, I can't
Pan.
remember my last name. It was never
Okay,
important.
Barry.
Everyone just
my
like, who's
last
this?
name?
Benny.
No.
Is your last name Pass?
No.
Then I don't think he's your father. Let's see, it's just as easy as that.
Now, see, would the mother give him the last name?
Hmm.
Some single mothers, they don't give the baby the last name of the
I
of
would
the
just
father.
like to point out that I
Yeah,
was
sure.
very, very much told that my dad would be rich and I would be into a lot of money because that's important for somebody of my age because, you gotta fall on your inheritance. And Barry doesn't seem to have a lot of money. He just likes a lot of tea. And so I
Lenny.
think maybe he's not my dad. Maybe we should find someone who's got a lot of money.
Did you
Yeah.
used to have any money? Did you lose your money in some sort of venture or anything?
Maybe she said he had a lot of T's, not a lot of G's.
That could be it.
Uh-huh.
I
Aw,
did have a profession. I was tenured.
Oh.
I'm more of a soprano.
Uh,
Also, Nellie has all the money.
Who's Nelly?
that's
Are they
the-
my
Nellie
dad?
is
the
the short
treehouse.
woman I live.
Oh, alright.
Not my dad.
How short? Like Benny short or shorter short?
About Benny size. Last I heard, she had about 35 gold.
Maybe she's your
Wow.
dad.
She handles all my finances.
She's your sugar mama.
No, I think she just holds it for me or something.
She holds it for you. My
Oh,
goodness.
so she's your pimp.
We're talking about private business now.
Accountant, I think.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Oh.
Has
Holding
she ever
on
referred
accounting.
to you as the bottom bitch?
No,
Oh,
not one time.
Well,
Usually the
Right.
bottom bitch knows the bottom bitch, so I mean, I guess.
Let's keep
Okay.
moving on.
Alright, well, no, the chances for her being his pimp are going down. Like, I was trying to narrow out things.
yeah, you never know. You have to ask the questions.
Like, I
Okay.
mean,
Educators.
My dad does not have a bottom bitch.
we're not even positive he's your dad yet, alright?
I'm beginning to edge on the not my dad. on the basis of money.
So if
Oh,
I like
that's
gave this guy some
unfortunate,
money
I
to do
suppose.
something, you would then suddenly change your opinion that he could be your dad?
If he what?
Hey, you want to make 2 silver?
I make about 4 gold every 4 days.
Well, it's not
God
bad.
damn. Where do these people get this
Wow.
gold from? Yeah.
That good. I don't understand money.
I
don't
also
know.
spend that much as well. On anything I want, honestly.
Yeah, I
So
can
So
see
you
that.
do have a sugar mama. Yep, got it.
I think we know what happened to your money. You're just spending it out there, spending it.
I give a
No
lot of gifts.
inheritance. Oh, great. Moping, moping, moping.
Moping.
All the moping. Put in head for offense.
Shouldn't the husband cope or help soothe the moping?
Getting head stuck in fence. Panicking a little bit.
no.
Cause
No,
head is
that's
stuck
not
in
our
fence.
relationship.
Granny, pull. Granny. Granny, we need a young priest and an old priest. My head's stuck. Oh, you could at least
Aha.
know when to count from 10.
Aha! Look at that.
Oh,
There you go. Now you're free.
oh. I almost needed my head putting on a.
You know,
Donkey.
you don't want to take up too much of your time, but we are located on the inner elbow of the river in E5, like the top right of that sector. So if you ever decide to come check out our lovely fashion things that Binsy's going to put together,
I like the sound of that.
Do you have
It is.
birds?
Alright.
I haven't given birth in forever.
Birds with a D. A D.
Derbs?
No, we
What's a
got
derb?
alligators.
Yeah, so many.
That's too bad. I was going to send a letter.
Oh, we're working on the we need this. We're looking. We want to get the owl, and we're looking to get the seeds needed for that.
There's owl seeds.
These.
Oh my goodness.
It's like a blue
Okay.
midnight blue. You gotta like coax the bird, and
We have a
apparently the
stubborn
owl,
owl.
the owl like really likes a specific seed.
Said
I
you
didn't
were
even
in
know
E-
owls eat seed.
No, that seems strange. You said you were in E5.
Yes, and like the
Alright.
inner elbow of the river there.
Are there wolves near there?
We're just just
Mm.
around the river bend.
No, there's a lot of rock creatures though.
Oh, so Benny, your tattoos are blue.
My tattoos have always been blue.
I thought they were pink.
No, they
They're
were always
red.
blue. I think I got ripped off.
Is this what having a
I knew this
stroke is
tattoo
like?
should have hurt more than it did.
I could have swore they were pink.
No, they were blue. I'll be blue.
No, they were definitely pink. You were
I hate
even
the color
like,
pink.
I want a pink.
Yeah, I think I saw pink earlier. Yes.
He got
I
magical
think y'all be
color
tripping.
changing ink.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
We're having
There's
a
a lot of
discussion when
weird
we get
stuff
back to the
out there.
bedroom.
It's probably a fraudulent vendor that's doing tattoos.
Well, I told
Yeah,
him not to get the tattoo.
I
Especially
wanted
in a-
one. I mean, it's very pretty. Look.
Did you
Well,
happen
then you
to
got the tattoo and immediately jumped into a dirty river, and I told
It's
you
so
that was a
pretty.
horrible idea.
And everyone can
That's
see my holy
nice.
nipple now.
Can I say the back? What does it wrap around? It goes over
Why,
the shoulder.
why is it blue now?
Ugh.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it's nice. Yeah, I like that.
And did you get
Oh
this
yeah, if
tattoo?
you ever look for a piercing, we know a holy man who apparently doesn't mind doing it.
I'm the only
Holy man.
person in the world that
You
has a
lived in
holy
hell.
nipple.
Handing out the hose.
Bart,
I
I'm
see.
sure you can just bring if you're looking for fancy piercings, you could probably just bring the appendage there, and you don't have to attach it.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Just throw the appendage through the window
That's really
and have it
cute.
pierced.
Yeah, just have a holy man hold your package and pierce it. It'll be
Chuck
fine.
it. Pierce this for me, Father, for I have sinned.
I'm just gonna throw it through the window and you throw it back
it's
after
a-
it's pierced.
You know, push it through the letterbox.
Is it like something in a box?
Yeah, it's It's in a box.
I don't know. I've been to his church. It's pretty.
The poor father is
Scary.
going to be receiving ears, nipples, toes, all from
Scary.
piercings.
We're kind of nervous of the churches sometimes. I think with some sort of something unholy. We're worried about that.
I would definitely say that church is not a holy place.
All right.
If my nipple's been
should be
blessed, does that mean it's going to be an issue when I get my stuffing?
fine. No, you just
Oh, good.
stuff whatever you like.
Yeah, no, that didn't
It's good
stop
then.
me.
Someone asked if there was a chance to add more muscles or something. If you want broader shoulders, can you just put more stuffing in? Yeah, I would say that's an option. I mean, it's up to the person. What do you want? You want broader shoulders? All right, fine. You want to put a little less stuffing around the middle? Fine, that's fine too.
Can we make Benny taller?
Possibly.
This was an accident. I sneezed.
Well, yeah, they could fix
Because
it in the
I-
afterlife.
Yeah, I
Good.
think there was a stretching machine somewhere in one of the books. You tie the hands to the.
It was probably in one of these books that I got in this collection that Gert gave me.
The stretch.
Yeah, and I think there's something about a whip.
Book 3,
In
chapter
a red
5.
room, yeah, probably.
The stretching. Book 5, chapter 3.
Oh, is there a sheep?
You both know a disturbing large amount about that book.
Well, that book's been passed around. I'm just passing it on. It's
There were like
information
two
people need.
specific references on there. Kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, what goes around comes around, right?
Yeah.
That'd be a
usually.
cool party trick. Spinning your head all the way around.
I probably could. You know, I probably could. I haven't tried. I'm
Yeah,
sure
they
to
just
roll
call it the
around.
helicopter.
No, the head on the shoulder.
Oh. Now I get it.
Anyway,
It is getting quite late for some of us, so we probably should be heading back home.
All right, we understand. We know where you live. E5, the elbow of the river.
Yes.
yeah, that's correct.
Right.
E for elbow.
Yeah, it's got a pretty cool castle. You'll see it.
Uh-huh.
E for exceptional.
You don't oh, yeah, that had to have been painful.
Yeah, those
I didn't need those
are-
feet anyway.
That's to hold you on if you go to fall over the
You can get you
fire.
some new feet when in the afterlife.
Yeah. I can walk it off. It's fine.
Oh, hey, check it out.
sure.
He's in sandals.
Oh, look at that. You
Yo.
have matching sandals. Look at you.
I know, he told me he didn't like sandals yesterday.
Look at that. Now he does. And they're exactly
I
the same
still
as yours.
don't. But you know, it's based on compromise, and I'm compromising.
Now, you know, couples, they start to dress alike over time. The longer you're together, the more you dress alike. That's what I've always heard.
Yeah, you know,
That's
I had to brightly color my shirt on the fly because they kept losing me, and I could easily keep track of them. So I went with the most obnoxious color I can think of.
Yes,
It
pink's
looks
disgusting.
great.
Benny's hair.
Yeah.
Looks fine.
Yeah, she wove that
Ew.
shirt out of his facial hair that she's been collecting, apparently.
I had a question about beards the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That there was a
Or
man.
any body hair in general.
Yeah, there's a man had a gloriously long beard, and we said,
He's
if
still
it's
got his
just-
chest hair.
What if it's just ear hair that the man has braided together and pulled under his chin to look like a beard?
Ew.
Yeah, it could be. You never know.
It could have been nose hair that was braided too.
Yeah, it could.
Anyways, yeah, it was lovely meeting you. Enjoy the bunnies.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you
Evan.
for the donation. Look forward to.
Yeah, thank you for not
Um,
eating us.
What
Thank you
kind
for
of
the tour. It was great.
donations? I mean, are you looking for like stuffing donations or monetary
anything at all.
donations or just
No.
anything?
No, just
Can I donate
anything.
my granny?
That's a nice.
I guess it could probably fit in there.
That's a nice present.
You have
for
to move all the
someone.
bunnies around, but you know,
Thank you very much.
I could think of worse ways to go than being a box full of bunnies.
Yeah, that's
We'll sell
a
her to
really
ya.
nice thing. No, we take any and all donations, whatever you don't like. If you
No,
got something
no.
you got to There she. Where'd she go?
Okay, we'll wait till she's sleeping.
Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have put out the granny sleeper so early.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
It was a
I go
pleasure
bed
to meet
now.
you as well. Take
Okay.
care. We'll
Good night.
come
Safe
see
travels.
you
Night.
soon. Good night.
Good
And you
night.
waddle away, waddle, waddle, until the very next day. Bum, bum,
Bum,
bum,
bum,
bum,
bum,
bum,
bum,
bum.
bum, bum.
Do you have a bird coop or something?
You do? Do you
Fabulous.
have a? You got a bird you want to put in there? Right this way.
No, I have a pigeon named Pidgey.
Well, we don't have a bird. We just have a coop. But I think
Oh.
I think if you send a bird this way, if you're wanting to try to send one, I think it knows to slip the mail right into the slot of this mailbox. But I'm not sure.
Oh, perfect.
The name is Funerary Research Institute.
I've just been saying dead house.
That's not dead house. There's nothing dead here. Nothing dead, whatever. Everything's either undead or not dead or somewhere in between, but nothing's dead.
I see.
Yeah,
What is dead can never die.
that's true. That's true. And what is undead is no longer dead. No living.
That's a good point. What
Yeah. But you
is
never
your biggest
decided-
fear?
Biggest fear. Being challenged without a retort, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's terrifying.
My
Yeah,
biggest
it's
fear.
horrifying.
My biggest fear is meeting that man yesterday that said, "Well, you can go resource harvesting and gather resources to help to fight the or what was it, the death claw." Yes.
The death claw, yeah. They need people to harvest
sounds like a lot of work.
resources. Yeah, we're busy. We're doing a lot of
We're
research. We don't
teachers.
have time to be out there picking things off the ground. We're busy. We got a lot of things to do that people don't understand that haven't been here, that we're very helpful. We help you understand a lot of new things.
Definitely. Well, I'll spread the word or whatever.
Sure. Did you decide on a stuffing? It's your personal business, but if you wanted to tell us.
I do think I'd like to be hollowed out and filled with a cast of metal so I could be a small stove.
Oh, a little stove with a pot of tea, you said. You know you
Exactly.
You know you can't drink the tea once you're dead. You can pass it around though. You can be your own
Well,
traveling.
I could probably try and figure it out. Maybe there's a
Yeah.
potion that can let you taste.
Oh, there could be. There could be. We haven't tried that. We're not into modifications. We're afraid of potions and tinctures and especially medications. We don't want them anywhere near us anymore. But you're welcome to try.
Maybe that's your biggest fear.
That could be. Medications, labels that you don't read. That's pretty fearful.
Okay, I think I'll slot undead at number 2.
Ooh, we're moving up in the world.
Moving up. Well, we're going
I
to
didn't know you were stronger.
Yeah, you're stronger. You can breathe underwater. Did you know that? You can go diving for as long as you like. If you like to see the underwater sea life, you can be down there as long as you like. You don't have to breathe anymore.
And
I do
supposedly-
have a pond I'd like to swim in.
Well, there you go. You can stay down there all day. It doesn't make no matter anymore once you're gone. Once you come back.
I see.
Oh yeah.
And supposedly, the undead is as powerful as Deathclaw.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
We talked about you being human, right? You're human.
Right.
Oh yeah, we used to be human too. We still understand. We know what it's like to not be able to see in the dark. That's another perk. You get to see in the dark now. If you want
I
to.
do have quite a lot of issues, that's true.
Oh, you do? Well, you don't have to see in the dark, but you can squint your eyes a certain way, and the next thing you know, you can see in the dark.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
amazing. Oh, that goes your sinuses.
Oh, his
Yeah.
sinuses.
It is raining again. Maybe it's related to the rain. Do you live near a tree or anything? Could it be pollen?
Yes,
He lives in a tree,
maybe
doesn't
I'm
he?
allergic to my own magic.
Oh, you're doing the magic? Yeah, you could be.
Remember, I'm stepping into the fold or whatever. The
Folding
shade
into the
or something.
you folding into the steps, we'll say.
I suppose. I'm off.
Right. Thank you
Safe
for
travels.
Somewhere else.
stopping. We're glad you were
Thank
able
you for
to
the
get
tour.
semi-educated on the ways of what you need to do when the time comes and the choices. We don't have all the choices. It's up to you to take the information you've heard and narrow down what you might like. That's all we're here for. Thank you
And
for stopping.
I just leave you one little tidbit of knowledge. And now that you know what the afterlife is like, how do you want to leave your legacy for the next generation?
Oh. Well, I have taught quite a few young minds.
Yeah, that's true.
I suppose from here on, I'll just blow my nose a lot, apparently.
Well, there's always time for that as well. You know, if you're undead, your nose not gonna run like it used to. The insides just hollow out, and then there's nothing in there to run.
I heard the ears might, though.
Yeah, they could. It's
Yeah.
temporary. That's a side effect. That's a side effect. One of the side effects was runny ears, but one was death. We didn't get the runny ears. We got lucky, and we got the other side effect.
And the
Oh, right.
revised pages now say bloody eyes.
Bloody eyes. Oh. Well,
Got it.
So safe travels to you. We're here if you need
Thank
us.
you. I appreciate all of your hard work.
thank you very much. We appreciate visitors. Take care out there. You'll be stuffed sooner than you know if you don't take care. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Oh, was this ledge here last time? It's so
I
high.
don't know. Don't fall off the ledge. Pick the stuffing. Oscar, you've been so busy all day. Bird that turns the page. I forgot to tell them Oscar had a bird that turns the pages. Look, he's got the little book out now with the full pages on there. I know what you're doing. You're looking at that dog.
Did we ever name the dog? Did Jameson name it?
I haven't seen Jameson all day. This dog showed up and Jameson disappeared. I don't know if the dog may have eaten Jameson. We could be next.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's a total possibility. You never know.
Maybe this is Jameson.
Jameson!
He's been here all along. He just couldn't tell us.
You saying we should put a little tag on him? Has the name Jameson, just in case.
Just in case he tried to try out his new form.
No. We'll wait and see. I think Jameson's probably fine. He's probably just tired. I looked for him earlier. He's done a lot of work lately. He does a lot around here. He's welcome to a day off or take a nap anytime he pleases. He's probably asleep. I didn't go in his tower. I just yelled from the door, Jameson! I didn't want to go in. Rude to make your way inside.
Okay. Anything else we need to clean up around here?
No, I'm not cleaning up anything. Everything looks beautiful.
Beautiful. Yes, Gertrude, you are beautiful.
Did I put the rope back where it started? Let me go see if I put the rope in place.
No, it didn't bother me at all. No, we had fun with it. Oh, thanks everyone for joining me tonight. Hope everyone had a good time. I surely did. Some references back to my ARC days. Flutter picked up on some of that. Thank you. So, anyway, thanks everyone. We're going to throw it over to Have Hearts. Finish out the night.